Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Arriagada coming to you live from Bourbon Street Billiards here at 241 Vaughan Street. We're here today for the 2025 Manitoba Provincial Snooker Championships. It was a 3-day event running until today from actually starting on Saturday, Friday, Saturday, May 17th until today, Monday, May 19th. And we're into the championship round of this tournament now. It is a showdown between Don CHOMISKI and Blake Martel. And sorry, I got to change that there. It says it's a best of 7, but it's actually a best of 9. I'm good to go whenever, yeah. It's a best of 9. I got to change that. Best of 9. And there's a championship match, which I got to change that also. I thought I had everything, man. I was like, yeah, I'm good to go. I'm not good to go. Hang on. Wait, what happened there? Oh, this is the one. All right, so they're starting off. It's going to be Don CHOMISKI to break. All right, and off to an easy break here, as it's supposed to be. The goal in this game when you're doing a break is to come off the edge of the balls at the back of the last row. You come off 2 rails and come back down towards either the yellow or the green, and you try to come off the bottom rail, then right back up on top of the green, so it's frozen to it, limiting the opening shot for your opponent. It's Blake Martel there, returning champion, defending his title this year once again. Looking for a chance to make it back-to-back championships. It's going to be more of a tactical battle. These guys know each other really well, so they're not going to go out there and just go nuts and start swinging away. But when they do get their chances, they'll be very accurate at it. Both players having some crazy matches yesterday, but Don CHOMISKI had the worst of it. He had a couple of interesting battles. And one of them, he was up, I think it was 3-1, and he had a chance to close out at 4-1, missed the blue ball, and his opponent came back and started fighting back. That ended up taking their match to the very last rack or the last frame. And in the end, it was Donnie that ended up winning that match. From there, he ended up playing against Morrow, who I never got a chance to see play until yesterday. And they had a really tight battle. And we ended up leaving the place here when it was tied at 2. And I came back today to find out that Don CHOMISKI ended up winning that match. But it was a good match between both the players. So Blake will get on the score with a point. Don with a chance to be able to make this shot to the corner. Gotta be careful. Don't want to leave an opportunity here. Took it on and tried to leave it in a safe way, and that worked out pretty decent. There's one red available to the right side middle. Other than that, it's got a red going to the top left corner. And that's about it. Tries to cut it in, but that's not going to go in the pocket. Blue ball's going to move off the spot. Don CHOMISKI will have a shot available on the red. Can either do a double to the side on the right or try to cut it to the left. Other than that, there's a snooker option. There's always a snooker option. So he's eyeing out the red on the top by the green. Not a bad leave. No real opportunity here on the table. He can just hit a red, and that's about it. There is a red available on the right, which is fairly straight, but to make this shot, you barely have to put just a touch of side spin. And the further the distance, the more that side spin is going to react. So the amount that you got to put on it is even smaller than usual. Very challenging shot here if he's going to make it. Oh, just playing smart. He's going to leave a red here available with the black on the spot as well. You see here the red goes, but it's tight. If he was able to make it though, he would have shape for the black. I don't remember starting the timer, but this timer's going, so it must have started it. Oh, he's gonna nick in that red. Oh, it's gonna stay up. Wow. I thought that was going in for sure. Blake makes the red and trying to get into a spot where he can find the color. He's not gonna get a whole lot out of that. Black ball is out of play right now. A couple of reds around that. He's gonna limit the opportunities here for Don. He can see reds, but he can't find a pocket, and there's no opportunity to be able to pot anything at the moment. The blue balls moved into the area where the black and the reds are, so now the blues out of play also for the time being. He almost has a direct line to that side pocket on the red, as you can see from this angle. Everything else is really not there. Oh yeah, you can see that no problem. So now he's got to try to find a way to make things happen. With two of the colors being blocked, and they're the valuable ones too. Black being worth 7, blue being worth 5. The only thing he can really work with for higher points is the pink ball, which is worth 6. The layout that he's got here, like you can see here, the yellow is probably the only option he really has to pot other than the pink. The brown's going to be tough to make, and then the green one will require you to use a long extension. Blake's going to make a nice pink to the side. People just misses the scratch and like come out in the open. Not a lot of chances here except for the shot on the brown right now. Yellow doesn't really have a pocket. Making this brown, like you're not really gonna have a whole lot of a follow up after that. You can maybe set up for one of the reds, but he's just gonna roll up to the yellow. I like this. This is better. Smart. Forcing your opponent into a bad spot. They do have a foul and a miss rule with 2 respots. This will be good here. He's got a chance to be able to get a couple of points at least from this. But Donnie's a really, really good player. He knows his rails, his angles. He's really comfortable on the table. And this isn't the first time he's been snookered like this, so he'll find the way out. And you don't get into the championship round without having these kind of battles where you have to test your knowledge on the cushions. He's making a mark just to make sure that they have the right respot in case if he doesn't hit a red. Oh, he's gonna hit a red, but he's gonna scratch. Oh no. 4 points awarded for that foul. Puts Blake at 14 in this first frame. The nines, that's 23. Personally, I like it better when they have a ref that's counting the points for you because I don't know. As a snooker player, you don't really want to think about what you're doing at the table, meaning like the numbers. You just want to, be in the zone of what you're potting in front of you only, and that's it. 6 more makes it 30. And if you're just wondering about like how the system works, as soon as I have a change over here, I'll show you guys how the scoring system works. Let's pot on that one. Got options for the green and the yellow. Looking for the green. Gotta watch out to not move any of the balls. It's all ball foul and snooker. And now he didn't take that into consideration. So he's gonna have to use an extension because of that. What color did he just pot? Thank you. Nice pot there as well. Makes it 35. And tight on the yellow. Still has the option for the browns. You can see from this angle. That's probably the ball he's going to take. He can stun draw with that one or play it off the cushion with some spin. Gonna play it off the cushion with a little bit of spin. That's going to line him up for that red that's next to the pink. And so I'll draw to set up for the pink to the side. Pink to the side is good for 6 more. And the black's still not in play, and he can't get it in play yet. But they're going to have to open that up at some point. I'm thinking he's just going to try to make as many points as he can before he gets into that situation, though. Tight red makes it easy. Needs that extra pace to keep going. He's going to have to use a reach here for the pink. He could end up going for like the green right now. That would be okay too. I think the green's better than the yellow actually. The pink is good, but if you're making this pink, that's gonna. Well, I guess you're limiting to one red that's open right now. That's probably the red you're gonna set up for. Maybe play it naturally, open up the black a little bit. Not bad. He didn't open up the black, but he did end up opening up another red. 6 more makes it 53. There's some angle here. He's not going to get it. It's going to go too far. Yeah, the ref just said 40. So it should be 50, not 54. I'm going to go with what they're saying. I have to go by their numbers. Oops. 2 points for the yellow. Got the pink available. Making the shot's not a problem. Playing something for position is going to be the challenge for him. Got Darcy Michael, organizer of the event, that's going to be joining us again on the mic today. You're on now.
Okay.
Yeah, see, so making that pink was never going to be a problem, but just trying to find something to follow up with was going to be more challenging. And I mean, he's got a couple of options here still, so he's not bad. But he would ideally like to have something that just goes straight into the pocket. At the moment here, he's looking at a snooker, double, or something like that. Maybe the cut. I don't think he goes for the cut. Only I'm crazy like that.
Well, Blake's done well here in this frame. He made a lot of great shots. You consider that black ball's been tied up the whole frame, and then the blue ball earlier on, and then he had to make a pretty,
fair. For the cut. It's in.
It's in. Wow. No. Oh, jeez. Yeah, right. But that another. He had it just a little bit harder.
All right, so I'm gonna go confirm the score. So they're not marking it, just Patrick marking it. That's it. Because I don't see them touching the scoreboard.
Okay, so you can confirm that with Patrick. What exactly is happening there? I'm not sure. So Donnie's just going to make a few balls here. Get his arm going and pot a few balls, get a nice feeling going into the next frame. Okay, well, that's a good. On to the next one. We got Ben DeLorme here refereeing. Ben's been a long time competitor here in Winnipeg, both in snooker and in pool. I've known Ben since probably the earlier mid-'80s. Played on a couple of 8-ball teams with him. Once or twice, I think. I can't remember. Back in the day. Frame 2, break off. You hit that one pretty good.
Yeah, so the score was 69 at the moment. And so it looks like that frame is over. We're moving into the next one. And Blake won the first one there. And it's best of 9 this time, right?
Yeah, best of 9. They're going to take a 15-minute break after 4 frames.
Okay.
And then come back and finish it off.
Okay, They don't want the double kiss. That's going to set up a red.
Donnie's struggling a bit finding it. You know, you got to get settled in. Blake's probably, I'll tell you what, I know Blake, he's probably spent at least an hour this morning at his table.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Drilling balls.
Yeah.
You know, he has that advantage, and good for him, right?
Yeah.
He has a table in his basement with really tight pockets. I've played on it a few times. It's a really nice table, and you got to really, really be accurate to pot balls on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen his table. I never had a chance to play on it yet.
Yeah. So, like Blake, you know, like he's, I haven't really seen him around very much in the last month playing. Usually he's around playing with the guys, or you can call him up and set up a game with him or whatever, practice match. But
yeah,
he hasn't really been around. I'm thinking, gee, maybe he went into a hiatus or something. But no, he came back. He's in as good a form as he's ever been.
Well, he's just made his first black. Not sure if he's got anything to work with here, though.
He's got a red ball straight in the side.
Oh, yeah, you can see it from this angle on the camera.
So he's probably going to just pull it back. Nice touch shot to pull it back just, or he's going to push it through. Okay. Try to get on the blue.
Nice stroke, nice shot.
He hit it good and got on the right side of the blue. Yeah, Blake's striking the ball very good right now. Confident.
I like that he switched over to a snooker cue finally, man. Changed his game.
Yeah. Actually, I sold him that cue.
Did you?
Yeah, it was the first. I ordered it 3 years ago from Tom Finstad, the cue builder and ex-Canadian snooker champ.
Yeah.
And I bought that one, and Blake was looking around for a cue, and I thought, well, okay, well, how do you like this one? So he liked it, and we worked out a deal, and he bought it, and I ordered another one from Tom. But yeah, prior to this, Blake used to shoot snooker with a pool cue.
Mm-hmm. I do find it interesting that he's got a 2-piece instead of a 3/4.
Well, you know what? Well, most of the pros use a 1-piece. Okay.
Yeah.
So way back when 3/4 lengths were more common, but you'll find if you go to the Canadians, most of the top Canadian players, other than say some of the newer immigrant players we have, but a lot of the older Canadian veteran players all use a 2-piece cue.
Really?
Okay, yeah, and you know, back in the day, Cliff Thorburn and these guys, Bill Warmanek, Kirk Stevens used to use a $40 Dufferin cue with an aluminum joint. You know, so I'm not sure what the reason is for have a 3/4 length cue, because with the 2-piece, if you're going to travel, it's easy to throw a 2-piece in your suitcase.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, so now I don't think I was asking Tom about that one recently, and he just said I think there's only a couple pros left that use a 3/4 length cue. They all use 1-pieces now.
Yeah, a lot of them like the 1-piece. They say it's way better. There's less deflection and everything on it too.
Mm-hmm. But for me, I'm going to stick with a 2-piece.
Yeah.
At my level and age, I mean, I'm not sure of what difference it would make for my game to go to a 1-piece. I'm happy with the cue I got from Tom. It's a great hitting cue.
My thought about the 1-piece is you got to get a long case for that, man.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. And then if you're going to travel, guess what? You got to check that extra. It's always, and then there's a risk of it going missing or getting damaged.
Yeah, of course. I always thought 3/4 was the way to go. That's why I've got another 3/4.
Well, like I said, it used to be the 3/4, but now it's generally 1-piece, or they still make 3/4. Like, but yeah, for some reason, most of the pros have gone to 1-piece.
one guy I can think about that has the longest queue that I've seen is Peter Gilchrist, English billiards world champion.
Okay.
He came out to Winnipeg a few years ago when they used to have the world championships here, and I got a chance to see him, meet him, and then he stood with his case, and his case is just humongous, man. It was like standing next to a tree.
Yeah, well, he's a pretty tall guy, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Interesting little story about Peter Gilchrist. One of the players here is playing Donnie Chomiski here.
Yeah.
Played Peter Gilchrist in the World Amateurs about 15, 20 years ago.
Cool.
And beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, in snooker in the World Amateur.
Nice job, Blake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter's he's got a great reputation for an English billiards player. He's one of the few players that was able to run 1,000 points, which hasn't really been done since the back in the day, Walter Lindrum days. But yeah, and so one thing, like most of these English billiards players don't really have a snooker background, but Peter does. So that gives him a little bit of an edge when he's playing because he's able to pot balls where most English billiards players are not used to potting. They're usually going off, right? So it gives them a little bit of an advantage, I think.
Yeah, okay. I always assumed that a lot of them did play a little snooker, but I'm not sure on that either. I don't really follow English billiards that much, but they're definitely they're very skilled. Those top guys. And the concentration you need to be able to get on a run of 300, 400, 600. Like you got to be, your concentration level's got to be great.
Well, and the cue ball control, right? That's what it really is. It's they're controlling the angles every single shot. And even when they're moving balls around and they're controlling the cue ball angle, they're moving balls in certain areas so they can set up for the next shot. There's so much creativity behind that game.
Right. Yeah. And you always got to leave yourself on the right side of the ball, the right angle, you know.
That's unfortunate there. He was on a nice little run. That's going to end at 42. So, you know, if you come up to the table once and you get 40 points and you come up to the table once again and you get another 40 points, that's basically the match. So that's not bad.
Yeah. Well, generally they say, you know, a 40 run will win you most frames in Canadian snooker. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, the pro level, guess what, 40 or 50, you know,
they still come back from them.
Oh yeah, those guys, John, they'll run out from there. You give them a tough in the end. I mean, you'll still see it here in some respects, but not as often, right?
I can't remember the player, but we talked about this last time we were talking snooker. But there was a player that I seen that he needed to get four snookers to get back in the match, and he was so patient. He ended up getting it.
Okay, well, I think that was what the heck, the English world champ there from the 70s. He was, I know the match. I think it was 5 or 6 snookers actually.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other player that was sitting there getting, you know, watching this guy trying to get back in this match, probably thinking like, give it up, guy.
It was Jimmy White actually that he was playing. That's, I don't know why I can't remember his name. It's another.
He's not a common player though, right? He's like he's a known player. I can't remember his name either.
I know the guy, and this same player actually has been to Winnipeg.
Oh, okay.
He came here in the 70s. I heard he came and did an exhibition here. He went across Canada. I was too young for that, but I heard all about it. John Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, he was a 3-time world champ, actually. He was the first player to win the Worlds at the Crucible when they moved to the Crucible in, I think, 77. But he had won it twice prior to that.
Speaking of the Crucible, there's talks about them moving the event. They've been talking about getting out of the Crucible.
Yeah, well, there's talk of them moving over to Saudi Arabia. They got all the money over there.
Lots of money in there.
Into the game, yeah. But then there's the purists. They want to keep it where it is, right?
Yeah. Well, and the Crucible is like a big part of the history of snooker. Felt a little uncomfortable. You can tell he wasn't quite
Yeah,
ready.
yeah, he's got to settle in. And I told Donnie last night, I watched that whole match. He seemed a little edgy, but he seemed to settle right in on the rubber game there against Morrow. He got in there and had a 40 break, and then got in there and potted a few balls. Was in control the whole game. Morrow didn't have much of a chance in the rubber game.
He played pretty good too, though, Morrow.
Yeah, I told him, I said, Morrow, you made a good account of yourself here. And, he's another guy too. He's actually, I wasn't sure he's from Regina originally, and he moved here quite a few years ago. But he was kind of like me, where he played a lot of snooker when he was younger, and then quit playing for years, and just recently started again. So, but the saying, once you have that snooker bug in you,
yeah, it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah, like that's the game I first played. So, and I remember like coming down to this pool room here in the 80s. I was 17, 18. I'd come down here, and it was open 24 hours, and I would, there's a couple regular players I would play, and I'd sometimes play here all night. I'd come in and start 10, 11, and play, I remember a few times playing right till the bus start running in the morning.
Yeah.
Jump on the bus back to the north end.
You ever been to Eddie's there in Selkirk?
Yeah, I've been there.
They play a lot of blue ball there, the old guys.
Yeah, but it's got new owners now, and I think I heard they moved one of the tables out, and the other one's up for sale.
No way.
Yeah, so they have it's new owners, and it's I think it's going to be a taco restaurant now.
Oh,
yeah,
that's too bad.
Yeah,
I like going there for breakfast and then get a chance to shoot some snooker against the guys that hang out there.
yeah.
They only had 2 tables, and I thought they were set up properly. There was enough room all around them.
Originally, that place was a barber shop with 4 tables.
Oh.
And then I guess they took 2 out and made it more of a restaurant.
That place has history too. A lot of people know it.
Oh yeah, that's like, I read on some of these forums people talking about it back in the 50s and stuff, going to Eddie's place. Okay, so Donnie's getting in there.
Got a pink and he's got a nice setup.
He's got a nice chance here. Just
not sure what he's gonna do for a follow-up here though.
Looks like he can just probably just stun draw this red back a couple inches and get the pink to the side.
To the side, yeah, that's the best he can do.
Not sure. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He had a little bit of an angle. It's hard to see. He should be
okay. He got over the ball here.
Ideally, he'd like to be on the other side of that red ball.
Yeah, like on the further right, right?
Yeah. This way he's going to kind of drop it in and then throw a ball.
He's just going to have to follow it through because he's shooting over the ball.
Yeah, just take the points that are there for now.
Yeah, he tried to force it a little bit just so he can get that red that's open.
Yeah, see that red ball there. If he got on the other side of the red, he could have had a good chance to score a few more points.
From what I've seen, like the times that I've seen Donnie play, he's always had a little bit of a slow start, but once he gets going, man, like his confidence just built up frame per frame.
Yeah. Like he'll struggle one frame, and then that's a good way of resetting himself for the next one, right? Which is good. I mean, he's had to do that quite a bit this tournament.
And these guys have had a few battles already, so they have a lot of respect for each other at the table too. They're not going to take chances.
Yeah. Well, last year, Blondie and Blake played the provincials here, and it went right down to Hill 4-3-3, and right down into the colors, and Blake got the decider. So really close match.
Now, one of the things that I haven't had a chance to see often here is the black ball respot, but we had 2 of them yesterday, and Donnie was a part of both of those.
Yeah, and not only that, I was talking to him earlier. Like that match, he beat Morrow 4-3. Well, the first frame Donnie lost, he went in off on the black ball. He tried playing a safe and went in off. I mean, when you do that, that's a crushing bit of.
Yeah, because they were on the pink and black, and he ended up going off the black, which ended up giving him the points to win that match.
Yeah, but I mean, the first game, he had the black on the side rail, and he tried sending it down into the table, and the cue ball went off the rail in the corner pocket. No, put him down 1-0. No, he had 2 other respot black balls, but one of them, oh man, he was up 20 on the pink ball. Donnie was.
Yeah.
And somehow Morrow hooked him, but he somehow clipped the black ball, which put him 13 up, Morrow 13, or Donnie 13 up with pink and black. So Morrow pots the pink and black and wins it on the black ball. So when you lose games like that, you know, like that does a lot to your confidence, right?
Yeah, and this game is really like pool has a lot of emotion behind it, but snooker has tons of emotion behind it.
Yeah, like look at that shot Blake just pulled off. He got right in there, perfect. I expect him to score a lot of points here.
Yeah, he should be able to get out on the reds here.
Perfect angle to just drop the black in. Now it looks like he can maybe just stun this ball up and bump into that top red there and stay on that other red to the left of the black. Or he's got options here.
He's drawing it.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. He drew it. And now he's got that one. Yeah, that was a hell of a shot to get it right in there like that. Now, what does he do? He's got a little bit of an awkward angle. He might pull it up for the blue here. Oy vey.
And he didn't get the angle that he was looking for on the blue either.
Yeah, I think he wasn't comfortable with that angle he had there.
I think it's because he wasn't supposed to have shape on that red. He was supposed to draw into the other red, but he missed it.
I think so. Like if he would have just bumped that top red, he would have been right on that red to the left there. And that would have put him in perfect position.
Okay, so Blake's at 53. And Donnie is at 14.
Okay, I
Nice
think
kill
he's
on that
good.
one.
Yeah, I think he's good. Yeah, looks like he's okay. Dead end.
I don't know if he can draw to break or get behind these reds.
Ooh, he's just a little hair awkward here. Just enough to make him second guess it, you know? Yeah, I don't think he likes it.
Might have to follow this through. Well, he was able to draw that.
Yeah.
I don't think that really helped him much, though.
Okay, so Blake's got another 8.
I'm at 61 now.
So he is 48 down with
51 on the table.
51 on the table. Yes. He's going to play safe here, I'm sure. Probably clip that red to the left there and put him down maybe behind the yellow. I don't know, it's hard to say.
I think I clip the red that's on near the green, push it
Yeah.
towards the green, and then go up table.
Yeah, like tie that red up and then
Because that will give him a chance, right? Just by tying it up.
yeah, he's doing this. Okay. Okay.
That still works.
Yeah.
He got
Same
good.
idea. Put the cue ball there. The other way, it looks like he could have did it too, but
Yeah.
either way, I guess.
But going with the red that I was going on, there's a small chance he might have ran to that blue. So the way he
Yeah.
did it was better.
Mm-hmm.
Shot to nowhere on that one.
You hit it good. Okay, so now the miss rule's in place here because he still can win the frame.
Yeah.
The only time the miss rule doesn't apply is when snookers are required. So he's got to be a little careful here.
Yeah.
Because
I don't think he's got direct contact on it. Oh, yeah, he does. You can see it.
looks like you can pot it directly.
He could, yeah.
It'd be a good pot. Very
Very
nice stroke. Right in the center of the pocket. Yeah, Blake is, I like the way he's hitting the ball. There's no, he's just smoothing it in.
Yeah, there's no insecurity behind the shot.
No, you can tell by,
That one's going to come up quick, though.
yeah, but I mean, for the most part, you can tell by a way of a player, they start jerking their hand a little bit left or right.
Yeah.
If they just hit nice and smooth,
Well, now, so because he potted that red, he also makes it a little bit tougher on Donnie because now he needs a snooker, right?
Yeah.
From 51, now there's, 43?
Mm-hmm.
43 and he's 49 down, so he needs 2 snookers.
Yeah. So 2 frames in a row, Donnie. And pretty much way behind it by the time they got down to the colors.
Not bad, Donnie. Free shot here for Blake.
Mm-hmm.
A free shot because it's open ball, but yeah, it's just a free stab.
Yeah, they call it a shot to nothing, right? You just try and make the ball. You're not necessarily trying to play perfect position. You're just trying to hit it like that, put the cue ball in the back rail. If you make it, well, okay, then you can just roll up safety. If not,
I think he's kind of forced down to take that red on the right now because if he takes the one on the left, there's a chance he might run towards that black.
Mm-hmm. So who just clip this red to the right cushion and hopefully the cue ball bounce off the back rail and back down to the ball. Oh no, he went for it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you got to warm up though, right?
Yeah.
You gotta, at some point, you gotta just have confidence and just go for it. And then if you get it in, it builds up your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a free shot here for Blake too.
Try and drop it in the side.
And if he doesn't make it, it's fine.
Yeah, Blake, it's hitting the ball good here.
Yeah, he is. This will be to secure the frame. It's in that 70.
So that's that frame 2 to Blake.
Yeah, now this is more or less just for him to get a little bit of extra rhythm out of it. Should be on there. Yeah. Might have to do it forward. Yeah, see, because it's down here. So move that little white thing all the way across to the right. Now you're left.
Okay. Sorry, man.
It's all good.
My techies knowledge is pretty pretty basic.
He made another color prior to this. So I'm not sure which one it was, but
I think this is from yesterday.
sent the one from today in there. Maybe it hasn't been approved yet.
I approved it, but I don't know if it's there. Maybe not. Yeah, that's the one from yesterday. Yeah.
So Blake will secure another frame. He's up 2 mil right now on this one on a best of 9.
Yeah, I think Donnie's on for a quick washroom break here.
The clock stopped on its own. We'll keep it running now just to make up for that time. All right, and so while we're waiting for that, 2 things. We're going to go through the point system here once again. Most of you that are watching are familiar with snooker, so you already know the point system. But there's some people that sometimes tune in that are not familiar with the game and what's going on. So here's the snooker point system. You basically have reds and then you have the colors. I made the colors a little bit bigger so you can see the difference. And so the reds are worth 1 point. The yellow is worth 2 points. The green is worth 3. The brown is worth 4. The blue is worth 5. The pink is worth 6, and the valuable one that everybody goes after all the time is the black ball, worth 7 points. So in a perfect world where you play perfect snooker, you want to go red, black all the way through, clear all the red, blacks, and then go all the colors. That will give you a maximum, which is a 147. And then I talked about this yesterday, that the highest run is, or the highest break is not necessarily 147, it's actually 155, right? Because of the free ball?
Yeah, you can. There's been a few breaks. I'm not sure if there's been an official 155 break, but there's been some 148, 40, 51 breaks where on the pro circuit where the player has fouled on the opening breakoff shot and left a free ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was one not that recently, or wait a minute, there was one actually, there was a 16 red clearance, but it was actually a 142 total, but that included an extra color. But there's been a few recorded breaks that were, I think a 152 is the highest break ever on the Pro Tour. I'm not 100% sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the that's what the Saudi Arabia event is, 155, right? Because of the golden ball.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, no, actually, I think that golden ball counts for 7, so it would count as a 154. But that's interesting. Where they'll put that gold ball behind the brown spot, frozen to the cushion. And as soon as the maximum break is no longer available, they'll remove the ball from the table.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There was John Higgins, I think, had a good chance at it one time. He ran all 15 reds and blacks and missed it in the colors somehow.
He's having an awesome year this year too.
Yeah, he did really good. He lost a close match to
Into the pocket. I'll slow down.
Mark Williams. He went right down to 13-12 and missed his game ball, blue ball. I remember that. I watched the whole match. That one. Hey, Blake, Donnie'd like to get this frame back here, to go down 3-0, but to come back and we'll go and get this one and go 2-1 would do a lot for his confidence.
Oh, for sure. They're taking a break after 4 frames, right?
Yeah.
It's on here. This is your page.
Wow, my phone's a little quirky, I guess.
Might need an update, maybe. Maybe it might be just a Facebook update you need.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Morrow has, I guess he's listening in here. He sent me a little message here. So Okay, Blake. Okay, so notable players to have had made a 155 break. Jamie Cope made a 155 break in practice in 2005. First widely reported instance and helped popularize the idea that it's possible. Alex Higgins claimed rumored to have made a 155 in an unverified practice. Not a document. Oh, okay. So Thanawat Tirav, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, made a 155 in an amateur match in 2013 in the Thai National Championship. One of the only recorded instances of a competitive environment. Okay, so that's the only time a 155 has ever been done in competition by the Thai player. So Blake's in here, a good scoring chance again.
Just made a black.
Yeah. Blake's looking good, and Blake will be off to the Canadians in Toronto. I'll meet up with him out there. I'm going for the seniors and the Open. I'll be leaving Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Blake will be leaving, I believe, next Monday. I'm hoping to see him do well out there.
Yeah, he's been after that championship for a couple of years now.
Yeah, he's been a little snake bitten, I'd say. Like last year, he seems to get very, very tough draws and loses some real nail biting matches out there.
What's different than your average snooker tournament though? Because everybody there knows how to play, man.
Well, yeah, pretty much. You know, you pretty much have all of the top Ontario players, and there's a lot of them, right? And then you get, you get players from. It's not like the old day when every province was represented, right? You don't get much from Alberta and the Canadian. Well, Tom Finstad will be there, but nobody, I don't think, from Saskatchewan. You get a few guys from up in the Maritimes, but it's mostly Ontario players now, the Canadians.
And they're heavy on snooker, man.
Oh yeah, they got their Ontario Association is it's great. Their monthlies they have out there. They sell them out at 64 players.
Yeah, I know.
And they have a ranking system, and they have I think 4 different venues they rotate from the monthlies from.
Yeah.
And they all have top quality tables. You know, there's one room out there that with I think they have 8 star tables.
Oh, Master Cues.
Master Cues, and then the corner bank. I forget the name of the tables they have, but they have 8 fairly new style tables. I'm not sure what brand they are. But
the Rasson tables?
No, they're a name. They're a name actually. Donnie told me, but I'm not really familiar with the name. That's why I don't think I can remember it. It's not a common name. But I mean, the corner bank is. If you're ever in Toronto, it's probably one of the nicest pool rooms in all of Canada. You know, they've got 8 full-size snooker tables, and they've got about 20-something 9-foot diamonds, and then they've got another whole bunch of 7-foot diamonds.
Oh.
Yeah, it's an amazing place.
Never been, but I heard lots of great things about it.
Yeah.
That's Eric Culberson's home, no?
Yep.
I guess Klatt's out there nowadays too.
Klatt's actually right now. I just was messaging with him recently. He's in Alberta right now. He's playing in the Alberta Open this weekend, which is going on at Top Shots in Edmonton.
Yeah.
So I just looked he's on the B side. He's in the final 8. He's playing today, I believe. So Klatt's out on the road doing his thing.
He's probably going to be at Moses Capel Memorial next month too.
Yeah.
He's played in it every year so far.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's got a guaranteed payout of $3,000 for first place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember Jay when he first started hitting balls when he was about 11 or 12. at the Q Club on Henderson. His mother worked there.
Nice shot, Donnie.
Nice. Yeah. So he's probably going to play safe here. Yeah, he's going to leave that cue. Try and put the cue ball maybe behind the brown. Oh, he hit there. Interesting. I think I would have tried hitting it on the other side of the wall and get him behind the brown.
Mm-hmm.
Here he's kind of leaving him an easier out.
Hit that pretty good. A little bit further will be perfect.
Yeah, he's kind of a little bit slow on pace there. Now Donnie can hit that. Probably, I don't know if he's going to come up and try and take a big pot here. I'll just hit this red and
Yeah,
come
I
back
think
down.
he just hit that same red.
Yeah, that one farthest to the left. He's looking to see if it pots.
Those are interesting shots too when there's a plant, but you're doing a shot to nowhere at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, he got a good bounce off that yellow.
Nice kiss there, just fine.
And he got him pretty good too. He's only left 2 reds available.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reds is potable though, so I'm thinking that's the one he's gonna go for. And he is. It's potable with a shot to nowhere at the same time. Some good discipline there in a sense. Because he could have focused more on the pot, but he was more focused on the leave.
At Daryl Yule, they had 2 nice Riley tables at Shooters in Scarborough when I was there for the Canadians about 10 years ago. So Shooters is no longer open. I just, Shooters used to be a room, the main room there. They'd host the Canadians. John White was an owner, but it closed down recently, well, within the last few years. But I've been to Shooters a couple of times years ago. And another big hall in Toronto.
I'll thank Corker. Giving me some compliments. Let me know about the clock. Mr. Mike Peters, how you doing? Speak of Saskatchewan. Is good late morning, Rod. How you doing, man? Every time I see your name, I think about the snooker room, man. That's such a beautiful place. That's where they have one of those Rasan tables. I don't know if you got a chance to see it.
In
Saskatoon.
It's Saskatoon?
Saskatoon. Oh, jeez. But yeah, it's season snooker. We were just talking about that. So it went from 147 to 167 because of the additional golden ball.
Okay, so it's so I guess that golden ball counts for 20 points. Funny, there's a guy, Michael Holt. I don't know if anybody watches. He's a coach. He's a professional English player, a journeyman player. But I love his coaching videos. But he actually did this one video where he ran the gold ball run out. You know, he was commentating while he was doing it. It was amazing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And he ran the whole table and then spotted a ball on the back cushion and got perfect shape on the black and got all the way down there and potted it and kind of just said, well, that's how you run the golden ball.
Wow.
It was like, that guy's incredible.
Snooker is looking really good out in the UK right now. A lot of young talent coming up, too. That's what we need here in Canada, some young talent growing up.
Yeah. He's feeling a little I don't know.
He hasn't settled in yet. And the thing about snooker is it's a very punishing game because when things aren't going right, like you just sit there and think about it.
Yeah.
And it just makes it harder when you come up to the table the next time around.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mike Peters, yeah, it's Swift Current.
Swift Current, that's what it was,
yes,
yeah.
of course.
I
I
couldn't
don't know
think.
why I couldn't think of it, but I actually stopped in there one time. It's a nice little
It's
club they
beautiful,
got there,
man.
yeah.
I stopped in on the way back to Winnipeg from Calgary. I thought I was gonna do like a little, maybe a half-hour stop or something like that, but I ended up spending the night, man. We played snooker for like hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped in there too. I was driving back from Calgary a couple of years ago, and I stopped in and met the guys there. A real nice bunch of guys, and and what a nice setup they got there. They take care of their tables, and they hold some tournaments there every couple of years.
I think it's one of the best setups in Canada, man.
Yeah, it's a nice, and they all contribute. It's they all. There's rules, you got to clean the table after you use it, and it's a private club, so everyone, I believe, has their own entrance.
Yeah, they got a key
or
card.
whatever. Yeah.
It's about 34.
Just a bunch of old snooker enthusiasts that want to keep the game going, right?
And they have their provincials every year, which is always entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
Blake's played in a couple of those too.
Yeah, well, their provincials there, they just had it. I think it's like ours where they have open and then they have the provincial. It's just Saskatchewan players.
Only,
yeah. And I forget the name of the fellow that won it this year. Nice fellow. I think he's a East Indian guy.
Couple of options here. Trying to figure out what's going to give him the best result. The pink looks nice for a shot to open up onto the reds. The black is a decent shot too, but it's a little bit harder to execute, and you're going to sell out a couple of reds if you don't make it. And then the blue, well, that's just challenging altogether. It's chosen to go for the black. Definitely a tougher shot. But if he draws his cue ball to the rail towards that pocket on the right, it'll leave a really tough red. He's going to leave a red available here. And this is a good chance for Donnie to get going a little bit.
Yeah.
Because of the reds being scattered out the way they are, it's going to require him to get his stroke going a little bit.
I think what I'm thinking here is just stun it up a little bit, get that pink in the side, then you got a nice red next to it, right by the blue to the right there. Not quite, but it's still. Yeah, he can hit this one with a nice draw stroke, pull it out a little bit, and get that red to the right on the right side there.
I like stunning the white ball towards the two reds on the left, and then have the
options, eh? Yeah. You leave it somewhere in that area, and then you can either have the red to the right side or this one on the left side. Oh, I think a little more angle than he would have liked. Nice putt. Okay, so now, yeah, okay. Now he's going to look at the other red, see which angle he likes better. Okay.
I like the red on the right now because it sets up for the pink. But he can do that with the other red too.
Yeah. And then he's got this shirt fall thing to deal with, so. Okay, good.
Set the pink now.
Again, nothing fancy, just pot this pink. There's another red sitting there. Draw it back a couple inches.
Good front of the
Good.
six.
Yeah. Get the flow going. Okay. Good. Getting himself back in this frame. For him to come and win this frame would be huge.
Down 19 right now.
Yeah. You got a good chance here. Roll it up a little bit. Leave an angle on that blue. Okay, stunned it there. That's fine.
Yeah, he's got a option here for the blue for sure. And it looks like he kind of overran the cue ball a little bit. So he's going to have to just trust the line here, make the shot. And yeah, it looks like he's going to have to settle for that red that's to the right of the black. It's not quite on the rail, which makes it a little bit tougher. But if you get close to it, it's not that difficult, especially with the black being right beside it.
Okay, Gord Kerr. I just Googled it. The winner of this 25 Saskatchewan Provincial is Albert Kenny. Okay. I don't know where you found that, Gord, but I guarantee you it wasn't Albert Kenny because Albert Kenny is from Calgary. The provincials, Saskatchewan, or Saskatchewan players only.
That's right.
Okay, so you must have some other information from another tournament, but the winner, he's on my Facebook. He's Saskatchewan. Forget the guy's name. He's a Middle Eastern guy, I think, but we're Facebook friends, and I saw him post a picture of it. So Gord, yeah, sorry, bud.
I wonder if that was from the Open, because they have an Open tournament there at the snooker room too every year.
Yeah, well, Albert Kenny, again, he came here, he won the Central here twice. He's traveling around. He's not eligible for the Canadians yet because he doesn't have his landed immigrant status yet, but he's coming. He's going to be getting that soon, but he's won quite a few bigger events. I think he's scheduled to go to San Jose for a tournament coming up, a $10,000 first prize US.
Oh,
yeah,
he's a good player, man.
Oh yeah, no, he's easily one of the best in Canada, I would say. One of the best in Western Canada for sure, if not the best.
He's getting his lead back again. He's up 27 now.
Yeah.
Sorry, he's up 24. Very tough right here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look at that.
Maybe.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yeah, you can see that red all day long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Set up for the pink from there. Can actually fall through for the black, too. I think he's going to set up for the pink, though, because that sets him up for the other red.
Yeah. Okay. So he's... yeah. Again, like I said, these pockets here are on the generous side, so this shot is a very makeable shot. Okay. So now, look, he can make this, he hit that good. He's got that red to the right corner now.
And he's down 16 at the moment.
He ended up pretty good on this red. Okay, see if we can put a nice stroke on this one. Nice,
Very nice.
nice. Hey, look at this nice angle he's got on the blue here. He can bump into that red. Spin it off the back cushion into the side cushion.
So he's trying to do, but he's going to miss the shot because of it. Oh, it's going to go in anyway.
Unbelievable.
Wow, trick shots, man.
Like they'd say in the old days, the timing was perfect.
And that's for 5 points too. So that's a nice one.
Oh yeah.
Puts him down by 10.
That was a huge little fortunate shot for Donnie. Nice.
Very nice.
Okay, so he's got a nice opportunity here. He's got the yellow straight in the side. He's got to drop it in, and then he's right on the yellow as it gets respotted. And then he's got a very makeable green ball there. So let's see if he can hold his nerve and just make some shots he knows he can make. And again, this would be a huge win for Donnie in this third frame.
I'll have to set up a little bit on that one.
Oh, no, he got it. Okay, so now here, he's just got to pot this yellow. He doesn't got to do much with the cue ball. Just stun it a little bit. And then he's got a green ball down there. You know, he's looking at it now. Again, pockets are a little generous, so that green ball will easily go in. He hits it good.
And he needs the pink to win the frame.
Yeah, so here, he's going to make this shot, and he's got a nice angle to come up for the brown, and then blue, pink, black on the spot.
It's their confidence booster. And
yes, this would be a great frame win for Donnie. Very underhit it.
Just a little
and he knows it. Little tentative there in his stroke, so
can still make the shot.
I think he'll go for it. You know, maybe he's playing safe. I don't know. Can't tell. Very nice. Okay, now, oh, look at this. This isn't. That's
no good though.
Okay, so
4 more points for that puts him at 43.
Okay, so whoever makes the blue needs the pink for the game ball.
Yeah.
So we'll see. See what he can come up with here. This isn't easy.
One thing I'm thinking from this angle, I probably don't want to pot this. Or even take a shot at it.
No.
You got to treat this blue like a black ball spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I try here.
I'd maybe just cross bank it up, back down, put the cue ball up at the top. Yeah, like that. That's what I would do. It's
okay, that's a great shot. That's
we got unlucky there.
But I mean,
I don't think Blake goes for it. He's just too risky, you know. Going for it here and then not making it and turning the table over and then losing that frame is something.
He's looking at it. I think he's thinking pot all the way, but again, you're just letting the cue ball go. You're not sure on position.
Yeah.
To hope for a good break.
You get aim to try to get the line between the pink and the black, but you're going to miss the shot if you're doing that. He's got to be a little bit more natural, and the natural lines get taking him right towards that black.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking if he's going to go for it, he's got to hit it with pace. Yeah, he wasn't going for it. He's going to get unlucky here, and he's going to leave a shot to the side. Yeah. Get a setup for the pink, too.
Yeah. Well, he was in a tough situation there, right? Yeah. You know?
And he didn't go for it, though. He was trying to be disciplined.
Yeah. You know what my thinking is? I heard someone tell me long ago, if you're in one of those situations where you really don't know safeties, it's better to go down swinging. Go down, go for it.
Yeah.
Right? Rather than play a bad safety and sell it out, right?
No, he's playing.
Oh, he didn't. He decelled on his stroke again. He would have loved to have had him on the back rail. But
Oh.
again, nerves, eh? So Blake, he's going to try, and I bet you he's just going to drop this in, and then he's got a clear pot on the pink.
Yeah, he just has to pot it. And if it doesn't make it, then the blue should come across towards the black. So he's going to go for the shot here.
Yeah. Oh,
somebody broke.
Wait a minute. Does it spit out on the other side?
A little bit more pace than it would have.
Oh, I don't know. Looks like he can pot this blue.
You can't tell from that angle. Check out this angle. You can't tell from that angle either. Yeah, it looks to me like he can pot it.
But then, you know, I think you just got to let your stroke go and send the cue ball down to the table. And you try and just baby it a little too much.
You might miss it,
Yeah.
Instinctively, you want to feather this so you can hold the shape for the pink, but following through is the better option.
Yeah, just let it go and then take it to chance. I think, I don't know.
Yeah, I would just strike this in with some power, go up table and back up. Worst comes to worst, you just play another snooker.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you needed more pace than that, though.
Yeah, well,
I guess he was just selling for making the points and taking it to the pink.
He wanted to make the pink or the blue for sure. Because this way now the pink's his game ball. Right? Blake would need both pink and black. So the advantage is still for Donnie, I'd say. If they come up with a nice safety here, he'll be in the driver's seat.
Well, right now he's putting Blake on the black. And he just needs the pink. So he's got the advantage at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think I would try like a bank shot here, banking the pink, and then trying to get the white ball on top of the black. Because it looks like he's got a natural line to bank it and get the white ball right behind the black.
Yeah.
Oh, he was trying that.
No, he's okay.
Left it over the ball too.
If he touch, okay, this is really good actually.
Yeah.
He's got the pink ball close to the rail. Blake, I don't think there's any way Blake can make this ball, and it's not an easy safety. Nope. Blake's got to think of something here.
Yeah. First time that he's got his back against the wall at the moment.
So
slow roll.
Advantage here definitely for Donnie because Blake's got to come out, and again, Donnie only needs the pink ball. Doesn't need the black.
What about just trying to bank the pink 2 banks towards the black? Just nice and simple.
Yeah, yeah. Again, but look, he's bridging over the black ball too.
There's going to be some throw added to it because of that. Yeah, that works.
Okay, yeah, he hit that good. That's a good shot.
Yeah, and you didn't leave him in a striking position either.
So I think what I do is I play this safe, but you run the cue ball down to this left corner into the, hopefully you don't scratch. I don't think I would have done. Okay,
that works all good.
Yeah, I was thinking you could run the pink ball off the back rail down by the cushion, and then run the cue ball off the left side rail into the jaws area.
Oh yeah.
But there's always different options. Oh, look at this.
Oh no.
Okay, so Donnie's just got to bear down, and this is, he earned this shot here.
Yeah, this is the game ball, so he doesn't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, he played a couple shots earlier there, and this is what he's got.
And that last reply that he had that led up to the shot is the reason why he got this opportunity.
That's right. Okay, so 2-1 Blake. Good frame for Donnie, and we got a good match now. I'm going to step up for a second.
All right. So we got frame number 3 on the board, and Don CHOMISKI finds himself on the board, making the score 2-1 or 1-2, whichever way you want to look at it. It is a best of 9, so the first player to win 5 frames is going to be the player that wins the championship today. And they are taking, I think, a 15-minute break when they go after the 4th frame. So that's the one that's coming up right now. After this frame is done, they're going to take a quick break. Throughout that break, we're not going to stop the stream. We're just going to let it roll for a little bit. And I do have a highlight video from the Central Canadian Snooker Championships that happened here back in February. So I'll play that on there as a filler in between. So we're just over an hour in this match because the timer stopped for a little bit, and we're 3 frames in. That's pretty good speed. We were having some frames that were taking about 45 minutes roughly yesterday, so it's a little bit slower pace. The average pace for a frame should be about 30 minutes. Advanced players, you know, or master level players, about 20 minutes a frame if they're hitting hot, and depending on the size of the pockets, which we talked about the pockets a little bit here. Their club size pocket a little bit more forgiving than the average pocket. Here's another one of those snooker shots that he just played that got him that frame. And a really nice one here. Thank you. A really nice one here. He's taking away almost everything. All that Blake can do is hit the pack. And that's the goal, is you want to kind of set up your opponent so they have to hit the pack, or just so they, you know, hit the reds and give you a chance at something. And this is what's going to happen here. Blake's just going to try to slow roll this to the frame, or to the reds. It's going towards the pink.
Okay.
Hit the pink, so that's a foul.
Yes, it is. Okay, Gordker, found it for you, Darcy. It was Umar Hassan. Yes, that's the fellow's name. Umar Hassan. I think he's messaged me a few times about coming to play in tournaments here.
I seen this guy's profile picture on Facebook. He looks like a serious snooker player.
Yeah. They're, I think he's from Regina.
Oh, pink again.
Oy, 12 points and 4 points.
Oh, and this is it. So you probably think this out, like this guy's being stubborn. Why is he hitting the same spot? But this is very common in snooker. They try to read their spot and they just make little adjustments.
Yeah.
Like he could easily hit the reds at the bottom of the pack, but he just wants to hit the one that's closest to the pink, because that leaves nothing for the opponent. Puts him in a tough spot.
Exactly, because he's got the couple open reds there to the right. He doesn't want to leave one of them on, right?
Yeah. Especially because he knows his opponent got a good frame on him, so he doesn't want to build up the confidence.
Yeah, his only other option is to go a little deeper down and come off 2 rails, but then he leaves the risk of leaving that red. So I think he might be trying that now. Okay, yeah. See, but now, okay,
he got okay.
He did okay, but then he ran the risk. He could have sold out that ball there, right? Yeah. But I guess after giving up 2 pink ball fouls,
you don't want to do that again.
You know what? I just want to make it.
Well, and the thing, because after this, like, it would have been no more spot, right? It's only two spots.
Yeah. So what would have happened there had he not missed it there and fouled again? Blake, Donnie would have collected whatever foul points. Yeah. Say he would have hit the black ball there. Like, so Donnie would have scored 7, but then the white stays there and it resets. Mm-hmm. So Donnie could have either taken a free ball if it was on, or made Blake shoot again, or say on the third one you hook the guy again. Well, you know, then now your three miss starts again, right?
Yeah.
From that position.
He's going to take a shot of this red ball, which will take him into the pack. Not what you want to do, but I feel like he's going to go for it because that'll set him up for the black ball. Oh, he didn't go for it.
Blake, I don't know. He looks a little rattled after that, last frame. And
well, then follow up with two fouls.
Yeah. I don't often see Blake look rattled, but I have seen it. And I know over the years, Donnie and Blake have had some really tight matches.
Yeah.
They usually are very close. Like Donnie's game is, you know, Blake likes to get in there and score a lot of points. Pot where Donnie's when he's on, he'll leave you on that back rail over and over and over. You know.
Yeah. He must have worked on that a lot.
Yeah,
He's got a good feel for it.
Yeah. And then when he starts feeling good, he can pot. You know, he can.
Oh, so lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, he looks like he's got a ball, that top red there. He's looking at it.
Yeah, he's got that one red available, and it looks like he'll set up for the black from there. That's going to give him a couple more.
Calvin Vincent doubted if he's rattled. Well, I've seen Ronnie O'Sullivan get rattled, okay? I remember watching a match with John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan a few years ago, and they were going back and forth with 100 runs. There was 500 runs in a row. Ronnie made one, Higgins made one. Ronnie made one, Higgins made one. Or it may have been the other way around, but finally Ronnie cracked. He rayed in the balls and missed a duck. You know, so nobody's immune to that. But yeah, Blake, you know, maybe not as much as other people.
When you're at the table shooting, you're usually not thinking too much at a higher level. But, you know, when you're sitting on the sidelines, you get to think a lot about your mistakes and little things. So I'm sure the whole time he was watching, you know, Donnie come back and he took it to the pink, like he's thinking to himself, how did I get myself in the position? It could have been up 3-0.
Yeah, and everybody's human, you know. You get out there and you're in This isn't having a knockabout at Norwood Legion on a Friday night, bashing balls around. You're out there, you know, the live stream's on. You know, there's pressure, you know, these guys both want to win, you know, and things don't go your way. Everyone feels the heat, right? But some deal with it better than others, you know.
Yeah, and both these guys are competitors, so you're 100% right. They both absolutely want to win.
See, Donnie just hit the pink.
There's a payback. Like we'll get 6 rewarded back for that one. And so at the moment, we have 18 points on the board. All of them are from hitting the pink pals. One more to make it a set.
Yeah.
And they got to put it back as close as possible.
Calvin Vincent, LOL. Okay. Have some fun, buddy. That's good.
I can go back to look. I can rewind it for them if they want to figure out where that red was, but because it did open the reds a little bit, it moved them slightly. That's all he was trying to do, just hit the
And
side.
he hit that really good. His cue ball's going to be right. Ooh.
On the
almost tight right to the back cushion. Now this is tough. He's down there on the right side of the bulk cushion, and he doesn't have a red to hit on the left side of the table, so he's got to come up with an out here. And I don't know. This is really tough.
This is tough, yeah, because all the reds are open too.
Yeah, and he can't see anything on the left side of the table to come around that way, right? So Donnie hit a really good shot there.
I'm thinking I would try to take a stab at this red that's sitting next to that red near the black on the right side, and then try to come on top of this red here on the left side of the black.
Yeah.
I think just nice and simple touch shot. But the problem there is because you're hitting that first red that I'm talking about on the right, there's a small chance he might leave that red available past the black.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's got to go for a shot here, I think. And sometimes you're just in those situations. It's not easy, you know. You got to go for a shot. Okay. Well, he did good there. He probably played that way. You know, leaving the cue ball there, you know. Don't leave him anything.
He's left him a red to the side with a shot going towards that brown, which the brown kind of wants to pot anyway, so that works out okay.
Yeah. But
he's got to make the shot here, not worry about position so much.
Good pot. Okay,
Very nice.
those shots are, you know, they're deceivingly tough, you know, because you got to kind of drop them in with a you know, like just roll it in kind of, you know. So you got to have a nice straight smooth stroke, and you know, when you're nervous sometimes it's not easy.
No, and now he's got himself in a really nice position because now he can strike and get some points.
Yeah.
Just needs to get available on that one red. And that will set him up for the black afterwards.
Okay. Well,
It's going too far.
yeah. Okay.
Still something to work with, though.
Again, there's some work to do on this table because, you know, your black ball is kind of tricky there. And oh,
no.
jeez. Again, they're playing all fouls here. We have the referee, okay? So it's not cue ball fouls. So they're very conscious of not touching the other ball on, like in that case there, the pink.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas before, with the cue ball fouls, you're maybe not as nervous on a shot like that. Because, you know, it's just cue ball fouls, right? But now with the all fouls, you got to be careful you don't touch another ball.
See, the way I'm thinking about this right now is that both these guys know that they're taking a break after the fourth frame. So they're both very aware that this is the last frame before the break. And they're both trying to get this frame because if it's 2-2, great for Donnie. If it's 3-1, good position for Blake. So it's an important frame. Even like if this wasn't a 15-minute break after the frame and they were just playing all the way through, these guys will be like engaged in a crazy battle right now. But they both know that this is the last frame before that break. A chance to get your opponent thinking about how they're not doing well right now.
Yeah. Okay. Donnie again there taps his cue on the table, acknowledging a good shot. Another good show of snooker etiquette.
Take a look at that last highlight there from him. Shot to the side on the red.
Yeah.
Big bounce for the brown. And now he's in another one of those situations, you know, because he's got to hit a red and not leave a red. I'm thinking he's just going to try to pot this and follow it up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's the only thing that kind of made sense.
Okay, but it looks like he's come out okay.
Yeah. He didn't give him anything, really. Check out the side here. No reds available, as you can see from the side angle, the roughs and the white. When you go from the top view, you can see here, there's no chance on that red whatsoever. So all he's got is just the ones that are going to the corner. And that's it, just the one, yeah, one shot's going to the corner. So I'm thinking he's just going to play a snooker here off that red. Maybe run the cue ball towards that brown ball.
See, this is going to be a tight match or a tight frame.
Yeah, it's important to both players.
They want to go off on the break with on a good note.
Yeah, if it's 2-2, then they're just looking at a best of 5 at that point. I feel like it's a little bit of a disadvantage in a sense to Don to take the break because he's just starting to get into form. And 15 minutes may not seem like a lot, but when you're away from that table for a little while, you get back, it just seems like it's a strange table all over again.
And this is Donnie's style of play right here. He's a very methodical player. You know, he takes his time. He's very deliberate. And he's very comfortable playing these types of frames, right?
Yeah.
You know.
There's a little bit of luck on the leave here.
He's come through years and years of grinding his way through some really tough matches, you know.
I can see it in his eyes, man. The thrill. He really enjoys the competition.
Oh yeah, Donnie's. You know, he's a lifer at this game.
Yeah.
You know, I remember back when he left Winnipeg to go to Ontario. He wanted to go chase his snooker dream and get to the, you know, higher level of competition out there, more tournaments, more players. So he moved out to Toronto for close to 20 years. He's been back for 10 or 12 now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he left, I think he said in 1990 he left.
Great execution on that one. It's going to roll right up to the brown. Nice forcing Blake onto a 2-rail kick again. Unless you can see the edge of that red just below the pink. He's looking at it. Such a risky shot because of the pink being where it is. You have a high chance of hitting that pink.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the number one option because now he can play the safe with, you know, limiting the opportunity for his opponent.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're going to mark it.
So Ben just handed him the marker there. Ben's doing a good job, by the way. He likes doing the refereeing.
That's not bad. Now the pink's not going to be so much of a problem. He's absolutely taking all the options away here. Just to reply with a safe is all that's available. This can make this right side of the table a little bit uglier.
He hit a pretty good shot there. Yeah. Again, Blake can't see anything on the left. No escape routes on the left side of the table.
No.
So he's got to think of something here.
And so the only things I was looking at is one, try to go for the plant on the right, which that's not really going to be good for you. And then the other one is the option with the red that's next to the right side middle pocket, just rolling up to that. But the thing there is that if you roll up to it and it opens up a little bit, there's 2 reds available. So I don't think he's going to want to go for that shot. And the plant is probably the better option, but there's a good chance you're going to leave a red over the pocket. And there's still no guarantee you're going to control that cue ball enough to be able to limit your opportunity on your opponent. Yeah, I like this better. He can hit this direct. He just has to play the cue ball towards the corner pocket.
Okay. I don't disagree with that. Sometimes, you know what, you just got to let it fly. Right? Yeah. And then you look what, you know.
It actually worked out okay, kind of.
Yeah, because, you know, well, he's got a red ball here in the corner, but not easy to get around for a color.
No, the pink's on the rail. The black's in a decent spot, but hard to get to it.
And then, of course, he's got to be careful he doesn't shirt foul or touch another red. So this isn't easy, but I don't, you know, sometimes, you know, I've seen Luca Brissell do that. He's just trapped on the back rail. He'll just send the cue ball flying. See what happens. Okay, he hit that pretty good.
A little bit further would have been best.
A little bit further, yeah, but
he's in striking distance anyway.
Again, I think he's going to just drop this in the side.
Yeah. Do you take the stun line towards the blue, or do you just try to go in between the blue and the green here? Because I think that red that's above goes to the side pocket also.
He might put a little bit of pace into it. I'm not sure. No, he went. Okay, good.
8 more points puts him at 25.
Okay, so he played that pretty good. He makes this. He can stay on the brown. He just, you know. Okay, and in these situations, you don't want to get too cute. Just keep it simple. You know, just make any color, keep it, stay at the table, pot balls, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yellow, brown, doesn't matter. Pick whichever angle you like best. And the main thing is just stay at the table. You
He's
know,
gonna have to go for the yellow here, even though the brown gives him
yeah,
more points.
you know.
Yellow gives him a nice line for that red on the right. Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, he wasn't really comfortable on that.
And the
Yeah,
problem here is that he forced the shape for the red, so he's giving up a turn.
Yeah, see, he's going to be kicking himself for that.
Yeah, you don't want to give a Blake an opportunity like this.
Yeah, he kind of twitched a bit on that shot. He was not liking that.
No,
Okay,
too
that
far
was a
on the
big
block.
shot. But he's got the yellow.
Yeah, the yellow's good. He needs to get it out of there anyway.
Yeah, again, he's not, you know, not trying to get a. He just wants to make balls, stay at the table.
I'm thinking he stuns into these two reds just above the yellow to hold on for that red, and then he has the black. But wait, I'm a left-handed player, so I'm thinking as a lefty. I'm not sure if he's a righty or a lefty.
No, they're both righties.
Oh, okay. So that's a little different for a righty. You might want to play it through and just leave a back cut on that red. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, he's fine.
Because now he's got the angle set up for making the red and to get over for the black.
So now he can take this one to the right side there and come up off the black back rail and leave himself a nice angle on the black. He's just got to drop it in. Perfect angle. Okay, a nice angle.
Yeah, good line.
He's in the driver's seat here. Now he'll probably just stun it up to get that red there by the pink spot. Or roll it in, depending on what he likes.
You might have to crash into those two reds that are right here.
I know, I think he's just going to try and take the easy points there. See? You know?
7 more makes it 21.
Yeah. So these next few shots are key here. Make this one, and he's black, and then that other red there on the right by the back cushion, by the right quarter pocket. He's going to drop that one in and then think about coming into those reds there. Okay. Okay. Oh, how close to the black spot is he? Okay, he's good. He can just kind of drop this one in. It's coming. Oh. Be careful he doesn't run the cue ball too far and hook himself in the black.
No, I think he just plays it on a two-way where he rolls up towards those reds on the right.
Yeah.
Because that gives him the black and gives him an angle.
Oh, okay, he did it. He came out of there. You say you're not going to take any chances. And I don't blame him. Yeah. Again, just keep at the table, make any ball.
Yeah, I think I would have got a little bit too cute there and maybe turned the table over.
Yeah, see? He's played that smart because he just doesn't matter. As long as you're at the table, you're shooting, you're scoring, you're controlling.
Nice angle on the green to get into those reds too. And open it up a
He
little
didn't
bit.
really get a too favorable of a kiss there on the reds.
It's got the lead by 7 at the moment.
Okay, so we got a ball game here. It's tough. He's going to have to probably think of a safety here. And it's a pretty close scoring game with 6 points in it, or 7.
Now here the best play would be to like bump one of these reds, get the cue ball back up towards that red or towards yellow, brown, and green.
Mm-hmm.
because then you're kind of limiting your opponent.
Yeah. So I think he's just gonna try and I don't know. Okay. Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't want to run into that blue though. He had the right idea, and he actually got okay. There's not a lot of opportunity there.
Ideally, he wants to miss that blue and hit the side cushion back to the bulk cushion.
I think Donnie takes the red on the left. I don't know. There's two options. You can try to pot that because you know if it doesn't go in, it's going to bounce out to the middle. Or you can just cross bang and put back up. I don't think you want to move the reds on the right though, because they're all tied up and they're tied up in a good way.
Yeah, and then if you look, the pink's tied up on the black cushion. The black's a little awkward. So this table there's some work to do here with this table.
Lots of work, man.
Yeah.
Unless they get to that black ball, then it's not that bad. But
yeah.
Other than that, because the blue is the next ball that you want to go for, but that one's tied up at the top too. So like you're looking at it up and down kind of play.
The three bulk colors are all on their spots. So
I went with the cross.
Okay, did he get behind the brown?
I don't think he left him that red that he just bumped out.
Yeah.
It was close though. He almost left it.
But again, look at there's no reds on the left side of the table, so he's gotta go into the red somehow and come out.
I think I just try to hit that red that's right beside the black. Natural line back down towards that blue.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the way I would have played it too.
Well, he could have a nice bump here. Ooh.
A little bit too far. Not bad.
That could have been danger zone there. He left him in the green.
I want to say that he left him maybe one red. The red that's closest to the pocket.
Yeah.
He might have left that one. If not, this is a tough spot to be in.
Nice pot. Okay. They played that as a shot to nothing, right? Not necessarily, but there's options down there, right?
Yeah, he knew he had options.
He knew that, yeah. No.
He can totally stick him just by running up to that pink.
I don't know if I would do that. I'd probably either roll up to the green or somehow leave him on the back cushion. Okay.
I don't think you want to pot that blue at the moment because then you bring another color into play.
Mm-hmm. And then where he is, it's you gotta kind of power that one in, and then to come around, and it's
that's a lot.
Well, he's gonna go for it. I guess there's a red there. He's got his eye on somewhere. Probably that one right by the right pocket.
Got some juice on that one.
Okay, yeah. So he might have. I don't know if we can see it.
That puts him down by one.
He could just clip that. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't like that. I would have preferred to hit that. He had a wide open red there behind the black spot.
Yeah.
Just thin that one and come off the other two cushions.
Well, even the shape off the blue, I thought he would have followed forward there, but he drew it back instead.
Yeah. That he took a big risk there. Now look what happened. The black's right over the side. Blake's got a clear, potable shot here.
He can actually four-stroke this to get down for that black if he wanted to. Yeah, that's what he did.
But look at the kiss he got. Look at the kiss he got. That's the thing, eh? You're crashing into balls you never know.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to run into that ball.
Now he can't even see that black ball over the side because it's behind the green.
Yeah, and then the green to the side is not worth it because if he doesn't make it, he's going to sell out.
Yeah.
I guess they have to roll up to the brown or play off the brown, try to get behind the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so as this frame progresses, you kind of get more of the sense of the desperation for both players trying to win this frame.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's the most important frame in this matchup at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, so far for sure. I mean, Donnie for sure wants to go to the break at 2-2, or Blake wants to keep the his pedal on the gas and get ahead 3-1, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't do too bad. You know, again, he brought that red ball down by the bulk line, but
I think he goes for it to the side pocket. Can play it through as a two-way and try to get behind the yellow.
Okay, so Blake has a definite advantage here.
He's got a 3-point lead, so at the moment it's still anybody's frame, but he's in good position to get some points here. Yellow for 2.
Okay, now look at this. Look at this. He's run too far.
He's got 2 side shots, so.
Oh.
I like this one that he's looking at right now because like the line is good for getting onto the brown.
But I mean, I'm sure he would have rather just dropped in there and have that red to the left corner.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
He had a little bit of an issue with that. So yesterday he played a couple of matches on this table, but it's almost like he couldn't understand the speed of the rails because he was getting off position a couple of times.
Okay. Well, I don't know. He's played on this table quite a bit. And, you know, sometimes, like I say, you know, you get in there, you know, Blake doesn't show his nerves and stuff that much, but I guarantee you he feels them, you know, and you get a little in there, a little bit, you know.
Thinking we're going side pocket with a right hand draw to come off the 2 rails and back up. So cue ball going between the yellow and the green, coming off the 2 rails in between the green and the pink. It's more of a 8-ball kind of play, or a 9-ball kind of play, but it's, I don't know. Because he's got that background, why not play it? Yeah. Just like that, but he doesn't want to pick that pink.
Okay, now he's gonna, I don't know, he's gonna play safe.
He would have been good had he not hit that pink. He would have been closer to the red.
So now the score is 43-32.
Well, what did he just make?
5.
Yeah, so 43.
So Blake's up 11, and we got 3-4 tough reds on the rail. So still anybody's frame.
59 points available on the table.
Nice shot.
Huge.
Yeah, okay, good shot to go for because, you know, the other 3 reds are fairly tied up. And he's got a, you know, even a 12-point lead here. Now he makes a black. He's up 20, right? It's a handy little lead he's got.
That double to the side is one of Dan Potenza's favorite shots, man. And I played a couple of frames with him one day, and like so many times he went for that double to the side.
Okay.
Some players just work that shot, man. It's good to know. Oh, and it's still went in.
Yeah, see, those generous pockets, right?
7 more puts him at 51.
Usually on a tighter table, if you hit that inside horn, it's
off. Yeah,
it's staying out. But this one, you know, it just falls in, eh? And then we got the table behind us, 14. The pockets are even bigger.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've seen some good players go on that table too, but they still can't get a century.
Well,
I think it's because snooker's a little bit more mental than just, you know, the techniques and all that. I mean, that plays a big part, but when you get to that point, like 70 points, you start thinking about that century and you just start losing it.
Now look at this. This
is not good, yeah.
Donnie, if he can bear down and make a couple points and This is going to be down to a close battle in the colors here. You just tell the way the colors are situated in the score. But so Blake's up
19 points
so
and just 51 on the
if
table.
Donnie can get back 16 points here, or even 24. Okay.
Should be able to get the 16 here for sure.
Yeah, but if he can get 24, okay, that would mean he wouldn't need the pink ball.
Yeah.
He can, because the yellow, green, brown, or blue are all on the spot.
Yeah, you just want to avoid having to get into that pink because that pink is tough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. Okay, so Johnny, okay.
Down by 11.
Just cinch these balls, you know, if you can somehow get nice on that last third red to the right there. And be in the driver's seat.
Oh,
Yeah,
little
I don't
close.
know why. Wow, it looked like he could have, I would have dropped it in.
Yeah.
Stunned it up. And I think he can still find an angle and make this one. Be careful he doesn't double hit the ball. The referee's there watching, very close behind. Okay. He did good. Now he's 3 points in this frame. Okay. Now he's gonna I don't think he takes this one on. He might.
They both kind of had a bad decision, and I think he's going to go for it here too, but he shouldn't.
I don't think he has his safety.
Oh, yeah, he played smart.
Yeah.
And that's what Blake should have done in his last turn too, because it wasn't guaranteed to make that red.
Yeah.
And because he didn't play that safety, he gave his opponent a chance to get within 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
So now, because of that, you're also kind of now thinking a little bit tighter on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like here, if he hadn't made that mistake, he might have gone for this red, but now I think he's just going to play it smart. Oh, and he hit that really nice get up there.
Okay, so we might leave him like a shot to nothing here.
I think I take it, yeah.
Yeah. Let's run the cue ball down to the back rail and see what you got.
It's going to be some deflection, though, because he's against the rail himself.
Yeah. Be careful. Oh, I don't know, because I mean, you could go for a safety, but you could hit it bad and sell it out, too.
I'd rather just go for the shot here.
I think, look at these. Okay, he hit it way thick, but he ended up okay. This isn't.
This is a makeable shot for Blake, though. I see him make these
Yeah,
shots.
but you know, then he's gonna run the cue ball a little bit.
He's not as confident either because he just gave that turn up. So, you know, there's a chance that he may not go for the shot here now.
Mm-hmm.
He might feel like he has to be more disciplined than he was. Okay, that's not correct then. I kind of figured he was going to go for it.
Yeah, but see, his cue lost the cue ball, right?
Yeah.
Now what do?
Well,
you probably roll up to the green and hook him behind the brown. It's probably all he's got here.
one thing is that by making that red, he's taking extra points off the table, so it's coming down to the colors now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to touch the green here. Okay. Now he's got a block, but anything can happen here. Donnie can kick a safety. He can, you know, and then now the green's on the rail.
I'm thinking this is one of the shots that he's worked on too.
Mm-hmm.
Only because you said that he went to Toronto, so like you're gonna get exposure to shots like this.
Well,
yeah.
Ooh, what a hit. Okay, see, but you know, Blake's got a potable shot, but look at the green ball.
Yeah, but you know, at the same time, like when Blake hit that green, he kind of hit it knowing that it was pushing towards that. He didn't want to freeze it up to the pink. He just wanted to leave it away from the pink, so he did what he wanted.
Yeah.
He's kind of expecting that this is going to be a situation that he had to deal with.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right.
I think we just play this all the way through. Let the cue ball roll.
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, hey.
That's got good on that one.
I know what it's like to see the ball come around the rail and you, oh boy, scratch shot, and then sure enough, a plunk.
Yeah.
You just,
For some reason, the white ball is the only one that goes in the pocket all the time.
yeah. That's a feeling of, you know.
Nice spot.
Nice spot, yeah. Again, nice generous pockets. So I am predicting Blake to go brown, blue, and Donnie will need a hook.
Now he's up 9 points at the moment.
So this will go 13, 18. That'll leave Donnie needing one snooker on the pink.
Now, no matter what happens, I think if you're Don, you're thinking it wasn't that bad of a frame. If you lose the frame, you feel like it was a good battle. You're feeling good about your game at the moment. Anything can happen moving forward.
Yeah.
But for Blake, here you're thinking like if I get this frame, I can control the match because he doesn't have to be too aggressive. He can just put him in bad spots.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
No.
Oh, Blake. Ben DeLorme had a bit of a hiccup there. We'll let him go for that.
And that's smart too. Pushing because he knows that he needs the snooker, so pushing the pink towards the pocket is the best thing you can do.
So he's up 18?
14.
14, okay.
13 on the table.
Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
I got the wrong number
What a
too.
shot. See, and there. What you see Blake tapping the table?
Blake's got 65, not 62.
Blake taps the table, acknowledges a good hit.
And a great save.
Yeah. Again, so Donnie needs one snooker, but because snooker's required, there's no miss rule. So wherever the ball lands, it'll stay where it lands, foul or no foul.
Blake's got 17 points at the moment, but because it's on the pink, if he doesn't hit it, that's going to give his opponent 6 points.
Yeah, we'll say, and then Donnie can win, right?
That's right. So, this is
that was a great shot by Donnie.
At the very least, he's got to at least hit the pink. Because then he's back to snookers again. This is a tough hit. Oh, and he nailed it.
He had a good shot. Hit it as full as he could. Full as you could want. Good shot.
And now, if this was a game where like the pink was the winning ball, he might go for the shot, but he can't. He's got to play a snooker.
Oh, definitely. If Blake had fouled there and left him this shot, you go for this one all day long.
Yeah.
Because look, and you just roll it down or whatever, you decide to hit it, and you got natural angle to get on the black ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd take that shot any day, especially after needing a snooker.
Trying to cross bank this and get the white ball on top of the black. Good try.
Okay,
Pink
unfortunately,
available.
he's left a very makeable shot over this side.
And this is game ball for Blake.
Okay, that's it. For those of you who might not know, once the black ball only is left on the table and one of the players is more than 7 points behind, the frame is automatically over. You cannot go for snookers with the black ball only on the table.
That's correct. So we'll pause the clock. It's close to 2 hours because we had a bit of an issue with the clock earlier, and we've gotten 4 frames in. So they're averaging about half hour per frame, which is both standard and advanced masters level. Professional level, like I said, if it's an open table, you're looking at about 20 minutes a frame. And I never would have known that if it wasn't because Sahil Nayar and Albert Kenny had that showdown here. That's what got me to see how fast the pace is when you're a high level player. But they're going to take a 15-minute break right now, and we're going to come back in a few, I guess, and we'll continue this coverage here from Bourbon Street Billiards at 241 Vaughan Street in Winnipeg, Manitoba. In the meantime, I'm going to take a quick break too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the video from yesterday that I had on. This is Central Canadian highlights from back in February. It's a good 4-minute fill-in, and you get a chance to watch some really great shots. And yeah, we'll be back right away. Don't go too far. But you have enough time, to go get some food, have a smoke, maybe check up on your kids. I'll be right back. Very nice shot, Dave. It was a makeable shot, and he was really focused on that one. Oh, and what a shot from Randy. Wow, what a shot, man. Nice shot from Randy on that one. Oh, and what a beautiful shot that was. Oh, and that was a beautiful shot. Oh, and he makes another good shot there. Oh, what a beauty shot. Billy makes a nice shot on the red. Oh, and he makes another double. I don't know, it's just habit.
Yeah, I think that's more so to get you used to keeping your head still after you've, stroked the ball. That's
Oh, very
excellent
nice.
shot. Excellent shot.
Beautiful pot on the blue, man. Nice pot there from Steve Kenyans. It's going to force it into the pack. That's going to work out decent. Man, he dug right into that one. Ooh, that was juicy. Oh, no, he was trying to make a big shot. And he's going to make the black ball. Very good shot. So heel Nero to the table. Beautiful shot there on that one. Nice pot. Looking for 2 snookers, or Blake had to make a ball. Beautiful shot there too. Nice shot, Blake. Oh, and he makes a killer shot there.
Nice pot. Nice pot for Albert.
We're back into it, and Albert's gonna come out swinging with that nice long red. Trying to get the snooker here because he's got all the blockers at the top of the table. As long as he gets behind the pink, he'll be good. Oh, nice hit, man. Very nice pot. He went for it, man.
He struck that one really good. So
Very nice plant. Oh, what a beauty. Nice breakout, man. Wow.
I think 24. There's a nice pot.
Very nice.
Good shot.
I think he's got small window to open things up here. Oh, he
There
opened
we
it up
go.
beautiful.
Good factor in on the final score, right?
Oh, what a cut.
Okay, nice.
And if I can make it, then usually I'm good to go. Beautiful pot on that one from Sahil. Nice shot on the pink. All right, so we're still a few minutes away from resuming the match. I hope you guys enjoyed the highlights, by the way, of the Central Canadian Championships. They're going to probably resume soon, but they're not quite ready yet. They're just having a little breather, relaxing their bodies, you know, and getting reset for the next half of this showdown. 3-1 is the score at the moment. I was going to go up there and run a 147 for you guys, but I forgot my cue at home. So I'm just going to stay here and wait. I was gonna fill in that extra, you know, whatever, 11 minutes, because the video was only like 4 minutes long. We had 15, so yeah, 11 minutes with a 147, the fastest 147 in Manitoba. The fastest 147 in the world belongs to Ronnie O'Sullivan. I can't remember. It was 5 point something. I can't remember. I'm gonna look it up right now. 5 point something. I'm gonna look it up. Ronnie O'Sullivan fastest. Somebody already knows that answer, though, right? 147. 5 minutes and 45 seconds. I can't believe that, man. 5 minutes and 47 seconds for a 147. So like a 147 is you playing an absolute perfect game. Playing an absolute perfect game requires not just the skill, but also the mentality. And well, you guys know Ronnie O'Sullivan. If you don't, you should check him out. Don't check out his interviews, because a lot of people say, you know, he's kind of questionable when it comes to his interviews. But when it comes to his style of play, unbelievable play, man. One of the best in the world, without a doubt. 7-time world champion. Only other guy to do that is Stephen Henry. You can also check out his videos and see how good of a player he is. Well, I guess you should say was, because he doesn't really play anymore except for the seniors. But that guy used to be really good. There was an attempt on making a comeback a few years ago, but it didn't work out too well, so he just stayed in the seniors. To me, it feels like Ronnie O'Sullivan is kind of in that spot too. It feels like he's thinking about retiring. You can see it in his eyes, like he still loves the game, but you can also see it in his eyes, like he's not into it as much as he used to be. I don't know what's going on, like is it personal, or he's always had a bit of a situation with depression and stuff too, though. So that could be a part of the reason why he's kind of going through this process. But it's sad to see the great ones like Ronnie O'Sullivan having to retire or wanting to retire when they got so much fire left in them still. All right, so it looks like we're still chilling out. Everybody's kind of having a few minutes here. This match will resume shortly, though, and it's a best of 9, which means first player to win 5 frames wins the match. At the moment, Blake Martel is 2 away from winning the match, and Don CHOMISKI, well, he's 2 away from catching up and 4 away from winning the match. And the way the match has gone so far, I'll tell you, man, like Blake's playing pretty good, but he always does. Don CHOMISKI, I got a chance to watch him play many times, but up until yesterday, I hadn't really had a chance to watch the real Don CHOMISKI play. And when I got a chance to watch him play, I got to see the competitive player that he is, the knowledgeable player that he is too. His snooker players or safety play, we'll say, for those of you that are pool players, is next to none. I mean, he knows how to bring that white ball to that top rail, and he can get it pretty close to either frozen or right next to frozen to that rail, and putting his opponents in tough spots. Another thing too is his shot making is very good too. Yesterday we got to see a lot of his long potting, where the object ball, the red ball, will be traveling, a good 5 feet. So it's not an easy shot, and he was just rifling him into the pocket, and he just kept going. So he's got a lot of big game going on with him. But one of the things that I know about him from watching him over the years is he's got a bit of a slow start, and I think that was the situation at the beginning in the first frame. He was kind of off to a slow start, and didn't really get into a groove. And now I feel like he's more into a groove. I feel like he's kind of got it going. But with this 50 minutes that he's got to take in a break, obviously it's going to throw him off a little bit. So we'll see who's like really on game and who's not, when they resume. Whoever gets that next frame, I think, is going to be the one that's going to have a chance to close out the match. And that's either way. I mean, you're thinking, well, if Don CHOMISKI just wins that frame, it's only going to be 2-1. He's still going to be down by 1. But I'm telling you, if he wins his next frame, it's a booster. At that point, he's going to get into Don CHOMISKI mentality, and Blake will have a tougher time with him. And Blake, well, he hasn't quite played the way that I've seen him play. So I've seen Blake play some amazing snooker, man. I mean, we're talking like he's just around the corner from a century every time he gets to the table kind of play. And I haven't quite seen that yet, but I feel like he's going to get to that point. It's a matter of which frame's going to open up for him to have that kind of opportunity. And I'm thinking that one of the next 2 frames is going to give him a crack at the century, which I still haven't had a century on the stream from him, but I did have a couple of centuries from Albert Kenny, who is the current Central Canadian champion. Albert Kenny, a fun guy to watch. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch that stream. Right now with Facebook rules, I think they take down streams after 30 days, but if you get a chance to go back to watch it, it's still available. We streamed it on CUESPORTS Live back in February. I can't remember. I want to say it was like the 2nd weekend of February. But I'm pretty sure it's like Valentine's weekend, or maybe it was my birthday weekend. I'm not sure. If it was my birthday weekend, it was the 3rd weekend of February. But anyways, yeah, we got a chance to watch those guys play, and man, like they were putting on a show. There was Sahil Nehar came here. He's a really, really amazing player, man. The first night that he played in that tournament, he flew here from Toronto, got off the plane, lost his luggage and his cues, came here in what he was wearing, and just grabbed the cue off of another player and just went at it, man. And right at the hop, he fired, I think it was an 88. So almost a century on the first frame. Those guys just played amazing snooker, man. But we're about to resume here. And this one here, I'm telling you right now, if you have anything planned for the next couple of hours, you might want to, move your hours a little bit over, because this matchup is going to be really good. You're not going to want to miss it. I mean, of course, you could watch it later, but watching it live is best, because, you can put your wishes on the game if you're rooting for a player or rooting against the player. I got a little taste of that with hockey because I listen to hockey on the radio, right? There's a station here in Winnipeg that the guy that does the commentary for hockey on this radio station, he's just amazing. Paul Edmonds. He's such an amazing commentator. Like I think about this guy, if I can get his energy, even like 10% of the energy this guy puts into his commentary, man, I would be amazing at what I do. Just amazing commentary. You have to check him out. You probably won't be able to check him out now because you know the Jets are eliminated from the Stanley Cup playoffs, but like, we don't want to talk about that. You will get a chance to check him out next year, and Paul Edmonds' his name. You'll see. Like this guy is a very, very colorful, emotional kind of commentator, and yeah, just fun, man, just fun. All right, so we're about to resume here, and we'll get the clock running as soon as he breaks off here. Don Chomiski to break on this one. Standard break and snooker is to try to get the white ball behind the green or the yellow like he just did. But normally like the top pro players will come off that top rail where he's standing and then come back into the green or into the yellow. That's normally the way that they will play that break off. He's left him a pretty straightforward red here. You know, it's a good tester to see where he's at now after this 15-minute break. Oh, and he nails it, man. And, you know, it was kind of like a shot to nowhere in a sense, but a lot of it was more or less the power required to be able to make the shot like he made it. It just kind of took him there. He embraced the angle that he was working with and just increased the speed on it. He's almost got a breakout angle here off the blue to get into the reds, but I think it's a little too early for that yet. Yeah, and he's thinking it's a little too early for that also. Nice little push through to get set up for that next red. Gotta find a color after this though. I don't know if he's gonna have enough for the shot. I don't think he's got it available, but he was playing for the black, so it might go. Take a look at the setting of this. No, it does not go. Missed the blue, but it wasn't a big deal. He wasn't really counting on making the blue. It was more about the lead on that one. No real opportunity here when it comes to a red, but he's taking a look to see if he can maybe play. He's trying to get. I don't think it goes past. I'll take a look at the side view. Oh, I don't think that red goes past. I think what he's taking a look at there is whether or not the black ball is going to go in if he plays that red that's to the left of the black, because he likes that angle better for the snooker or the safety on this one. Now he's going to be forced to play the other red on the left of that red. And that was a good shot. A little bit more pace would be great to get onto the green, but if he gets close to the rail, that or the cushion, that works also. And open up the reds just a little bit here on this one. You'd open them up a lot if you wanted to, but I think he's just going to hit it, you know, mildly off the edge. Yeah. Might go to that corner and scratch here, though. No, it's going to hold up. Oh, it's just going to hold up. And I kind of knew it was going to hold up because it's going to hit that horn of the pocket. Once they hit that horn, it's not going in. And we'll see here, there's a little bit of a tester for Donnie with a long straight red. It's a bit of a cut to it too, and it's not quite straight, so it makes it a little bit more challenging. He's also in the pocket, deep in the pocket, making it a little bit harder for him to be able to get comfortable behind the cue ball. And he was not trying to make the shot, he was just trying to play snooker safe. And a decent leave, not too bad. Green ball's moved off the spot, which might come in handy to play a snooker at some point. Bit of a two-way opportunity there. He's going to make the shot. That's what you call, that was a perfect example of what you call a shot to nowhere. So it's like you try to make the shot, and if you make it, you know, you're going to have something with the lower level or lower value colors. But if you don't make it, then you usually don't leave much for your opponent. Nice drawback here off the yellow. Nice little fall through stroke to make that red to the side. And now, well, I'm sure he's gonna try. We've got a pot on the brown if he wants to keep going here. And it all depends on how comfortable he feels on the shot on the brown. But if not, then he can always play a snooker, roll up again that yellow, roll up behind the brown or the green. He's gonna play off the green. On Chomiski's turn at the table now. He's got a little bit of a look at this red, but I'm not sure he's gonna want to try to pot it. I mean, if you make it, you're gonna be good on the black, but if you don't, you might regret going for the shot here. Oh, and he went for a great shot. Look at that! Wow, a really nice shot on that one from Donnie. He's into decent position here with the black. Just needs to find color after it. I mean, a red, sorry. Oh, he's just gonna stay up. That was the other option, was to make that black and then just hold shape for the red that was below it. But believe it or not, like that red was gonna be a tough red anyway. And I'm thinking that, you know, maybe Blake will take that red on still. This doesn't have much to shoot at after though, so you might have to follow this through a little bit more than you would like. Because of that, I don't think he's gonna take that red. Another reason why he won't take that red is because technically that red, even if there's a guarantee that they'll have to fight for that red position. But if he had a shot that he can follow up with off this red, then I would take the red for sure. And the only one I can see is the green, which that will make it a challenging shot. Yeah, see, so he stayed away. Like, he could have been tempted there, maybe let the eagle get to him and try to go for the shot on the red that was on the bottom rail. He might even made the shot, but he didn't really have much to follow up with. He was going to turn the table over, and all he was going to do was just take a point off the table that he didn't really have to make. Oh, that was another tester, and the double kiss is going to come in handy. There's that shot from earlier that he made, a really nice pot. That kiss off the red to get onto the black was a nice setup. And Blake's going to choose to open up the reds a little bit. Got into a tough spot, though. He doesn't really have much to shoot at except for the black ball, and that's not an easy making shot. He's going to look all around. We're going to take a look at the top. See what options he's got. So you can see here, like, he can't hit that blue. He's on the pink. He can take a shot at that, but it wouldn't really be a good shot to take on. And then the other option is the black, which, I don't know, I feel like he can make it, but it's definitely a hard shot to go for. Playing off the pink and just trying to be smart and safe. One point for that red is going to make it 12-1. Now the reds are a little bit more opened up, so each player is going to be a bit more cautious on their turns. You know, they're not going to want to leave opportunities for their opponent because there's really not much work to be done as far as opening up the reds. They're all kind of available now. Going for the back cut to the corner. If he hits the pink, he'll be all right. That worked out really nice by him hitting that pink ball. You're looking at this shot on the red and both reds on the right side. You're saying, well, you can just make one of those two reds, but we're talking like a 10-foot distance between these balls, and the pockets are rounded, so the shots get spat out more than they would in a 9-foot table or an 8-foot table or 7-foot. So that means that Blake really has limited options here. He's just got to play a nice safe shot. Maybe go for a two-way, try to pot it and follow the cue ball up. Kind of knows that red that's sitting in the middle is a tough red to make. So a lot of people are not going to really make that shot. And even though right now, like, the blues opened up and the pink's near a pocket, making this red to the corner is still not really worth it. There's not much of a follow-up shot unless you get set up for that pink. That's probably the best option. And the window for that between the blue and the green is not very big, especially when you're shooting, 11 feet, 12 feet. Trying to get this right to the rail, but he's going to come up short and let's get it right into the D area. Has a shot to the corner, and I don't know. I feel like he's going to take this one because he had one of these earlier. And it's kind of a two-way because if he plays a shot with tops, then he's going to be safe on the leave, which will take him towards that pink. Actually, I'll take him more towards the brown than the pink, but I think he'll go for the pink from there. And he puts some draw on that, which, anytime you put draw on a snooker table, it's going to make the shot kind of spit out of the pocket if you don't hit it right into the heart. I think the way he was looking at it, though, was it's more of a two-way. He wasn't really expecting to make the shot. It was more about just position where the cue ball was going to be. Donnie's got a chance here at this red. A good angle to get back down or up table naturally off the shot. He drew off the cushion instead, and that's going to give him a shot on the green. And now the shot on the green can set him up for a shot on the red, I believe. Look at this angle first. All the reds on that pocket on the left will go. And from this side, like, so he has to kind of like stun draw this over. Or you can play it through too. That's another way to do it. Have two cushions, he'd be set up. He's gonna stun through on that one. Puts him at 5. Now the pink and the black are nowhere near their spot, so that means that he's got the blue ball as the best option or highest points that he can make at the moment. That's a really nice shot right there. It's going to get unfortunate though. He's going to roll up against the blue, so that's just tough luck right there. But that shot that he made, I mean, to make it with the reach, first of all, is challenging. But to make it with the spin to come off the 2 rails, even more challenging. If that shot was normally like a 6-degree difficulty, he made that an instant 8 or 9 by coming around like this. And he's just got unfortunate that he rolled up right onto the blue ball there. The good news though is that he's still okay. Bad news is that he's got to turn the table over. Limited opportunity here for Blake, but he's all right. He's not too bad. I mean, he can hit a shot to get up the table again. It's gonna be all right as long as he goes past the pink and might roll up into the pink, but oh no, it's not gonna get there. He won't have the black to help him out a bit, but there's reds available. And this is one of those shots nowhere again. The red, there's 3 reds in the middle of the where the rack usually goes. The one in the middle gives him a chance to be able to make the shot, come off the rails, and go back down. Yeah, that ball right there. And that's a really nice shot from Don CHOMISKI. Trying to get over for that red to the same side pocket as the blue. He's just tied up the match at 12 now after making that blue ball. Options for the yellow, he can strike the green as well. I don't think he can do anything with the pink. Oh, maybe he can. You can actually see it. But I don't think it'd be worth it because the pink you would get the points, but you wouldn't have much for shape when it comes to a red. Yeah, I don't mind taking the green here. Good shot. Good little stroke shot too. Gonna draw back one of those 2 reds there in the middle. Nice juice off the cushion. Get set up perfectly here for the next red. Nice shot there. He said 10 points, but I think I had him at 13 already. So he's at 11. I'll have to change that. I'm not sure if that's the right points, but because I thought he had him up at 12. He had the 6 points originally, right? I gotta go by the score though, so I have to honor whatever it is that they put on the board. They do have a scorekeeper on the side as well, so if there's any kind of discrepancy, the scorekeeper will be aware of that at the moment. Four points for the brown makes it 17. Trying to get set up for that red to the side. Not bad. Does he have it? I think he's got it. 7 more for the black will make it 24. Oh, wait. That wasn't the black that he made. It's 18. Yellow's going to push open towards the side pocket, which is going to help out a little bit, but he doesn't really have anything available to shoot at now. So, right, so the ref said 12. And he was at 12, so that puts him at 24. I have to go by whatever the ref says and whatever they got there. We would have loved to have left that red there for a while, but unfortunately, I had to move it. And it's going to work out pretty good. Nice little headshot on that one. Yeah, so they got 24 to 11 right now. Says he hit the pink. So because he hit the pink ball, that's a 6-point foul, making it 30 points to 11. Chance for a double here. Plays it to the side. Nice shot. I wasn't sure if he'd go for that shot. Myself, I would have gone for the cut to the side too, but in snooker, you don't really see too many players going for sharp cuts. Oh, he's gonna miss that pink. But he missed it on the pro side, as I was saying, because he's left not a lot of opportunity on these reds. However, his opponent can see both reds. I think he just tries to bank that red and around that black. And oh wait, that might not be the right shot because he might leave the other red. He's got to hit the red that's sitting on top of the blue. Made sure to follow through on that one to not leave any opportunity for his opponent. And Blake will come take a look. You can see the red, so that's not a problem. I don't think it's worth him putting the ball, so I'm assuming he's going to play a smart shot here as well. Maybe a short 2-rail bank shot to get it in between the blue and the. Oh, he went for it. Wow. I didn't think he would go for it. It looked like a tough shot to go for, but great shot from Blake for sure. Now he's got a forward angle on the yellow ball as well. He can try to get it up for the other red. Definitely a challenging red ball, but it's makeable. Problem with not making it though is that you might leave it there for your opponent. Yeah, he's kind of having a second look at it here. So he switched the shot a little bit. He wanted to put a draw on the cue ball so that way if he didn't make it, that he would leave the cue ball in a bad spot and also move the red into maybe a tough spot, which that's actually the way it worked out. But he could have tried to just make it. The problem was that if he didn't make it, he would have left it over the hole. And at that point, you know, your opponent is going to go and make the shot easily, right? And right now you're up 3-1 in this matchup and frame, so you want to maintain that pressure on your opponent, and you want to try to continue having a lead. You don't want to make this a close match. I don't think he's going to want to go for this here either, but how he hits it is going to be what makes a difference in this frame. You can just play it simple, bank it to the top rail, bring the cue ball to the middle of the table. He's going to play a little bit further. This might leave the red on. No, he got good. He can see the red, but he can't make it. You can see from this angle here, like you can definitely see the red. Just can't make it. Keeping it short and sweet, but I think he's left the shot. Yep, he's left red on and it goes to the side pocket. Huge opportunity here for Blake to get on the hill. Oh, he's gonna miss it. Oh no. Oh, he's gonna. Oh no, he's gonna leave a good shot at this red too. So this is not good because he's left a shot on the red with a shot to nowhere angle where Donnie can play off 2 rails, come back up towards that green and brown, or even use the black for a snooker. The other thing too is if he makes it, he's gonna have a couple of options up there. So it's a really nice 2-way shot. The more natural the shot feels, the easier it is to make it. And that one definitely felt natural. And the snooker, really nice play on that one. And this is kind of important. There's 27 points on the table. He's 22 points down. So like, he could still win the frame without needing a snooker. But having a snooker is going to help, especially if his opponent Blake doesn't hit the ball. With the rules that they have set up here, you can get him a maximum 3 times. That will give him a possible 12 points on top. So now he would only be down by 10 with 27 points on the table. He would only have to make up to the blue for him to win the match. Blake's going to hit that ball. He's going to get out of trouble. Unfortunately, though, he's going to leave a shot on the 1 ball as well. And he's still in a good position here in this frame. Can opt to make it and just play a safe after that on the green, or he can play the safe right now. Which I'm thinking he's going to go for the shot here. I would. Oh, that was the only risk that he ran, though, is that the cue ball might follow through, and the cue ball will follow through. So he'll give Blake 4 points on that one, on that foul, making it 38-12 on the score. Blake will get a ball in hand in the D or in the behind the ball line. It's got to sit in the D area, though. He can shoot backwards if he wants to. He can shoot forward. The yellow's going to get respotted because that was a foul shot. And there's still 27 points to the table. So technically, like, Donnie could still win this. 26 down, 27 on the table. Blake's going to make the yellow to the 5, though, and that's going to help him right there. Gets position on the green as well. I like that he didn't move anything on that shot. Kept it nice and simple. Blue to the side, another 5. Trying a big draw shot there to set up for the black ball. That's going to be into that frame. Blake Martel surviving a tough frame there. Well, get on the hill. And Don CHOMISKI, well, he's got to find a way to survive now because he's got to win the remaining games in this match. 5 games in, 4 frames left after this. Well, I guess 4 frames, including this one that they're about to frame up or rack up. When a shot is natural on a snooker table, it's like, I don't know what it is, but it helps a player make the shot without any stress. So I kind of knew when he had that shot to nowhere to that corner that he was going to make that shot because, I don't know, like I say, it's almost like you trust your body more because you know, like the natural line, you're going to be safe. So I don't know why, I don't know why that is, because if that was a pressure shot, like you needed to win on that ball, that's a missable shot. But because you know that you are going to be safe and there's lots of options after, there's still not like a crucial shot, you make the shot, it goes in the pocket, no problem. I mean, take a look at it again. That's not an easy shot. Like on an 8-ball table, 9-ball table, 10-ball table, yeah, that's an easy shot. But on a snooker table, that's not easy. All right, so it looks like Donnie's taking a quick reset break. It's not going to be a few minutes. It's only going to be a couple of minutes. And then they're going to resume here. Blake right now looking good to win the championship back-to-back years. But anything goes and anything can happen still. 4-1 is the score. Don CHOMISKI is going to get back into the game here, and we're going to continue. I'm thinking that, you know, Having your back against the wall is gonna maybe do something good here as far as like keeping you focused on the table. Working on his stroke here. He's got a different stance than most snooker players that I've seen, but when I look at the way his cues lined up and how his head and neck are lined up for the shot, it's very, very straight. All right, so we're going to resume. And we'll resume the timer on that one as well. Blake Martel just broke. Looking for any way to close out the match now. CHOMISKI looking for any way to survive each frame to the last one. Reds are going to open up a bit here. That's a dangerous thing, man. He overhit it too, so that's not good because he's going to leave a chance here. Oh, no, maybe not. I don't think the red goes to the corner no more. There is a red available. I will go to the corner, which will also play a two-way shot, bringing the cue ball up table into that yellow, brown, and green area. But it's also a chance you might run into the black on that shot, so I don't know if he's going to want to go for that. And I don't think he's going to take the cut on that red on the left side near the cushion because it's just too tough of a shot. Maybe try to play the plant with a little bit of draw. Put a lot of draw on it. He's just trying to get back into that area. Yeah, and the bulk line, he's done all right. Couple different options here for Don CHOMISKI. Makes a nice red. Comes around, he'll be in a decent spot here with the green. He can roll it up or he can try to make it and continue to shoot on the table. Good delivery on that opening shot. Nice shot on the green. Looks like he's going to have to use an extension here or a bridge. Strike on that one. Got position on the black as well. Someone limited after that though. Gonna be a tough setup. He could try to play it through for the one red that's on the left of the black. I don't know if he can draw back or anything like that from here. I don't think he can. I think he can only go forward. And there's no other shot that goes to the side or anything like that. So just that one red to the left of the black that he can play for. He said the cue ball to slow down a little bit. It's going to go too far. But the shot is still available. 7 more points for the black makes it 20. The spider rest, yeah. There's a spider rest and then the extended spider rest, right? I think that's what it's called. The other one that's a little bit longer. Well, so the only red that I thought that he could play for, that one's unavailable because the black ball blocks the shot from going in. So now he's looking at a different option, plotting this to the corner. Complimentary angle to get onto the colors up there. So really nice shot from Don Chomiski. I like the complimentary angle shots because, like I say, those ones feel a little bit more natural. There's no pressure behind them. He had to four-stroke it a little bit. He got unfortunate because he was just trying to run to the reds just slightly to get position for the next one. Didn't quite get there. Well, not bad. He got 26 points out of that turn. Left a good leave on the cue ball as well. Putting Blake in an uncomfortable position. He's going to have to open up the reds a little bit more for his opponent now. Oh, he didn't really want to run into that black ball, and I guess this is a good thing because the black ball is now going to be out of play, and the pink ball is the only one available for these guys to make points on around the reds. But he didn't really want to leave that cue ball where it is. This is a chance for Donnie to be able to make a good shot, open up on this turn. Looking to go off 3 rails to get behind the yellow. He made the shot. Good delivery on the yellow ball. He's going to get up in a good spot here on the reds. I want to see that rest shot. That was a nice little plant. And a good pot there from Don CHOMISKI. Didn't move whatsoever as he delivered that pink to the pocket. Pink is good for 6 more points, puts him at 36. Nice, good stroke on that one as well. Into a weird spot here for a color though. I guess, I don't know, maybe take on the pink. I don't think it'll get past this red though, the cue ball. So I'm not sure if it would take on the pink, but I kind of like the pink here. I think, I don't know, maybe just take the yellow. Yeah, just take the yellow. You might have to turn the table over. I'm trying to make the blue one come off the 2 cushions to get around for a long red, but I don't think that's a good idea. Although it looks like that's what he's doing. How's the blue ball? Just playing smart. Good straight stroke on this delivery. Showing that Donnie's starting to feel the rhythm in the game, man. Getting going anyway. Oh, and a beautiful shot from Blake. And he was making that shot. That wasn't a shot to nowhere on that one because he's setting up for another color afterwards. Also giving up a shot on the red. And that was a really nice delivery. He's got options now. I'm thinking he's looking at the black ball. That's what I'm thinking. But the green ball will probably do a little bit better when it comes to an angle. Of course, if you were on a 9-foot table or a bar box, you would probably play the blue ball here and play the angle off that to get back up for the reds, but that wouldn't work on this table. And I like the discipline here. The green ball is the better ball. Yeah, good shot. Nice shot selection as well. Giving himself a nice angle here on the red. I believe this one goes in there. Look. Oh yeah. Oh, right though. That does go. Good delivery again. Gonna get over for the pink just enough. And he's gonna have a chance to open up the reds more on this shot. Unless he decides to go for the corner, which that would be okay too. I actually prefer the corner here and just draw back for that red that's on the right of the cue ball. And I wouldn't draw back so I can make that red in the bottom right corner of the screen. I would draw back so I can make that red either in the right side middle or the top right corner of a screen. He forced the cue ball over, tried to stun over for that red, and unfortunately for him, he's missed the pink ball. And he's left a shot here for Donnie to get onto the red or to get onto a color off a red, I mean. Real good pot on that one. He's going to come down. He's going to have a good option of colors here. You're not in a spot where you really need to go after the black, so I'm thinking he's going to use something that gives him a good angle. And that's either the green or the yellow, which the green, I think I like that one better now. Well, depending on what he has available for reds, though, right? I think that's the biggest thing. Oh, and he didn't make the black. But so the reason why he went for the black there, because he felt like he wasn't really going to have much of a shot on the reds afterwards. So in his mind, he's like, oh, you know what? I'll just get the points and then I'll just play a nice safe shot. But unfortunately for him, he missed the black. And, well, not that bad of a situation because the black's tied up near the brown right now. And there's really not a whole lot of opportunity on this table for Blake, but there is a chance of a plant going to the bottom left corner. And it's a bit of a two-way shot as well. And that's the one I was talking about. Oh, and he's going to make two off that. That's fascinating. You don't really, and I didn't save it. I saved it just before that red ball went in. I should have waited a couple seconds. It's not too often you see two reds go in, but on that one, two reds are going to go in. So you're pretty excited about the fact that you got the two reds in, but at the same time, you just lost a chance to be able to make another 8 points on the table. So making it a little bit harder for you to come back in this frame. Not that it's not there. I mean, he's got lots of opportunity. The reds are all kind of available, and he can definitely get on a run here to get back into this frame. But losing that extra 8 points, you know, could come into play at some point. Good snooker there. Smart one. Down by 31 and doesn't require the snookers, but if he can get a couple of points out of this snooker, he won't be upset about it. Hi, Kathy Seacrest. Welcome back. Mr. Pete Robertson, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Randy Baggett, welcome. Darcy Michael, the organizer. Doing a great job once again with another great snooker event. Just trying to get in the back. It's going to be pretty good. As long as he didn't leave the shot on the red, which I can see from here with my eyes, he doesn't have the shot on the red. It looks like it from this angle, but he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, he can swerve around it, masse around it to make the ball, but so the only thing about this, if he makes the ball, he's not going to have much of a shot on any kind of color. So he's only going to gain 1 point out of it. But the plus side of it is that he's eliminating another red, making it a little bit harder for his opponent to get back in the match, or in the frame, I should say. He's going to take the risk of losing points here because he feels like this is the best option. And I think maybe he'll try one more time on that. But I think if he misses it this time, he'll just switch it up and go for something different. He might even switch up right now. Blake has the option to be able to play a free ball, I believe, on this one. Free ball means that he can hit any color ball and nominate it as a red. In this situation, because he can't see both sides of the red, of any red. I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on here. Now he's gonna get it respotted. Darcy, you gotta explain this to me. What happened there? I don't understand because like he was hooked behind the brown, so technically, like if it's a respot, it would go right behind the brown, but it's not going where the green ball is. So I'm assuming there's a free ball in play, and I'm thinking that Blake had the first choice of the free ball, and if he didn't want it, he could give it back to his opponent. No, it's not a free ball. Oh, and he just missed the red barely, man. And this is going to be a great opportunity for Blake now. He definitely has a chance to be able to get back in this frame with this opportunity. He might even be able to close out the match. He is on the hill, so looking for one more frame to win the match. It's the first red. Down by 26 at the moment. Check out the angles here. You can see both the green and the black. It's up to him what he wants to take. With the red being so close to the pocket, I'm assuming that you're going to want to go for the black here. Exactly what he did. Seven more points for the black ball, making 19. Down by 19. Makes the red with a bit of a punch shot, and he's going to guess it up for the black, but it's a little tight on it. Good shot on the black. Didn't quite get the shape that he wanted. So they got it at 31. I gotta go by what they have, so. I'll take a double look at the scoreboard in a few minutes. Uh-oh. Oh, he's lucky that he just nicked the edge of that pink ball. And look at this, the red's gonna sit on top of it. All right, so we got 20, 37, 38 for Donnie, and we got 31 for Blake. So they're 7 points apart right now. 35 on the table. Chance for a foul here and a miss, but I think he's going to hit it. I think he could hit it directly, actually. Still close to the pink. Oh, Brett's going to set up for the side pocket. Yeah, that shot was definitely going to be available for him, and he made it to the side pocket. And he's got options here for the green or the brown. I'm assuming he's looking for points, though. Yeah, and he is. Gets the extra couple points, making it 43 to 31. And now he's on the colors, which is perfect. That's the reason why he also took the brown, is because it sets him up for the yellow. He's going to make the yellow, then he's going to make the green, then the brown, then the blue. And by then it should be over. Got a back kiss off the blue. That's going to push him towards that brown. He no longer has a shot on the green. Now, he played this shot earlier. He had a similar shot to this one, but on the opposite side of the table. Like, instead of him shooting to the right, he was shooting to the left. And that was on the yellow ball. He played a two-rail kick shot on the yellow ball to get out of trouble on an exact same shot as this. He was directly behind the brown off a snooker from Blake. This time he snookered himself behind the brown. But the shot is not different. It's about the same. Kind of see the angle there. Oh, and he did it again. This time it's going to the side, though. Oh, man, he just missed it. What an effort. He's going to leave that green there, though. But that was a really nice effort, man. He hit this with some finesse. Look at this. And I thought that was going in. I think for a second there, he thought it was going in, too. Good chance to get the pink off the rail here, but he's going to miss the green altogether. Oh, no. And you don't mark the spot on this one because you're not thinking you're going to miss the ball altogether. But he put his cue down where he hit, so he's trying to let him know like, that this was the spot. And Donnie has a chance to like give it back to him or take it from there. I'm thinking he's going to want to take it from there. Oh, no, he's got to play it from there. Okay, that's what it is. So this is what happened earlier with the other situation where I thought it was a free ball. It's the exact same thing. I had to get an explanation on this one. I've never seen that before. Just left him in tough here on this green ball. Needs to get on to that black ball. I think he got him okay. You can see some of that green. I have another camera set up, but it hasn't been working today, so I'm not sure what happened with it. Able to make that shot. $23 down now. Or sorry, 13 down now. Playing smart on this one. Doesn't want to take it to another frame, so he's trying to close out on this one. Donnie's in a tough spot. He's going to have to mark this ball. This is a makeable, or not makeable, but it's a ball that you can hit. Slight swerve. I believe you actually can hit it directly almost. Now he's jacking up a little bit, so it's a slight swerve. A little bit of a masse required. Oh, he's going to miss it altogether and hit the blue. Oh, he just missed the blue. That would have been worse. Now Blake will have a chance to take the shot from there. He'll get 4 points for that foul, making it 38-47. Down by 9 now. Blake makes the brown. I'll put him at 43. He's down by 4. What he's looking at here is the scenario of the black ball respot. He needs to make all the balls remaining. If he makes the blue and the pink, and Don comes up to make the black, they'll have to do a black ball respot. So it's not worth it for him to make this blue. He can't close out. He doesn't want to make the blue. That's why he didn't make it there. Now Don knows this too. He's got a 4-point lead. So technically, if he could just make the brown and the pink, it's over. Blake needs the black. Okay, so they got a different score. They got 49-42. So I have to go by what they have. They're keeping track of the scores on the side. 7-point difference still. Right, so there's 18 points on the table, 7 points apart. If Donnie got the blue, that will put him at 54, up by 12 with 13 on the table still. So yeah, he needs to make that blue and the pink. Now, if Blake wants to make the blue and the pink, that would give him 11 points, which would put him at 53. So Blake needs the black. Five points for making the blue for Don. Makes it 54-42. He's up by 12 now. And this is basically game ball for him. Now, does he go for it? Does he play a safety here, trying to wait for a better opportunity on it? Because if he goes for it and he doesn't make it, he's going to leave a chance here for Blake. He's very aware of that. This is also game ball. Why not go for it, he says. And he is going to leave the pink available. Blake with a chance to close out. Now he can win by 1 point. '24 Manitoba Provincial Snooker Champion comes back following year in 25, and he's got a chance to get back-to-back championships. All he's got to do is make 2 balls. He's going to miss the first one. Oh, no. And Donnie's going to get left with a decision here. I don't think you go for the shot here anymore. I think here now you got to just be smart and just play it safe. But you got to be careful on how you play the safe, because any opportunity left behind, well, you know what's going to happen. Your opponent's going to have a chance to close out again. You got to be smart on your choice. Just wants to get it to that top rail as close as he can to the cushion, but it's going to come up a little bit short. So it's not bad. I mean, he didn't sell out the farm. There's no real opportunity here with the pink. But he would have liked to put that cue ball right against the rail, because then there would have been some deflection added to the shot, making it a better chance that maybe Blake might fall on that next turn. Instead, Blake will have a good straight shot on the pink off the cushion, so he's comfortable. And he'll return the favor and leave an opposite end shot on the pink for his opponent Don. Now, because this pink is a little closer to the rail, there's a chance of a double kiss, so you got to be careful on how you reply here. Now he needs that cue ball to keep coming back. He wants it to stop any time now, though, because you don't want to leave a straight pink. And he didn't, so he's all right. Needs to get clean here, and uh-oh. Bit of a chance here for Don to be able to close out this frame. Gonna have to use an extension or a bridge. Maybe not. No, he's getting down for it. Oh, and he just rattled the pink ball. Oh, no. And the cue ball is going to come out to set up a shot on the pink for Blake. He's going to have to use an extension on this one, too, though, because he's a right-handed player. A left-handed player here will be licking his chops right now. I know, because I'm looking at this like, oh, man, he just sold out. But a right-handed player, you're looking at this like, well, tough shot. I got to use the reach. The other thing here is that he still needs a black ball, so this pink ball is only the beginning. He still has to earn the finish with the black. He's got to play shape for it, and he's going to play up for it. He's getting pretty straight on the black. Looks like he's going to get in perfect setup here. Just has to make the black for the win now. Black is in, and that's going to be the frame. What a finish, Blake Martel. Returning champion, man. Wins the final frame that he needed to win with a score of 55-54, a 1 point difference, man. It was that close. Nice little showdown. Congratulations to Blake Martel for winning the 2025 Manitoba Provincial Snooker Championships. Congratulations also to his opponent, Don CHOMISKI, who will be the runner-up this year And man, he played a really good game. I thought he was going to get back in that frame. I thought for sure we're going to go to another one. And I think if we did go to another one, it was going to be a situation, man. It was going to be an intense little battle to finish. But unfortunately for him, he ended up missing that pink. He left the pink near the pocket. Blake comes up, uses the bridge, makes the pink, gets set up for the black, and it's game over. Congratulations to both players for a great performance. I hope you guys enjoyed the showdown. Congratulations to Darcy Michael on a great event. Thank you to Ben DeLorme, who was a referee for the event, and thank you to Patrick Land, who was our scorekeeper, our backup scorekeeper. And honestly, without everybody doing their part, it never would have been as successful as it was. So good job, guys. And yeah, congratulations on your back-to-back Manitoba Provincial Snooker Championship win, Mr. Blake Martel. I kind of knew that you were going to close out there, but I just didn't know because it was really close, man. And when he went for that pink, I thought, oh, man, that's a big gamble. But if he made it, it would have been over, right? And I thought he was going to use the reach, but instead he stretched over, man. I think that's the only reason why he missed the pink. If he would have used the reach, he might have had it. You know, or maybe if he put a little extension on the butt end of his cue, just a little bit extra, that would have been good. Good shooting, man. Yeah, all right, so that's going to be it for today. Let's check out the last highlight real quick. Beautiful hit on this one, man. Just came up short of the side pocket, but what an effort from Don CHOMISKI. All right, and for those of you that liked and shared the stream, awesome. I really appreciate it. If you didn't like the stream, I would really appreciate if you guys like the stream. It's good for, you know, for myself to see, you know, whether people enjoy the stream or not. It's also good for the players. They get a chance to see whether people enjoy their performances on the table. For the organizers, they get to see how many people engage into the stream and into the event. So it just helps out for everyone. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, I'd appreciate it, both on Facebook and on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can find me on YouTube under Arriagada /CSLMANITOBA. That's how you find me. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I stream everything from there, not just pool. And I got a lot of events coming up. You're not going to want to miss any of them. All right, so I thought I had the thing here, but I don't have the thing that I was trying to set up here. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. Once again, good job by everyone. Good job, Darcy, on a great event. And Blake Martel on a back-to-back championship win. Don CHOMISKI on a great battle, man. I'm telling you, yesterday he had the toughest battles all day long. And no matter what he dealt with, he still found a way to get through every frame and still found a way to win every match to get him to the shot at the championship match today. Just came up a little bit short. If he would have made that pink, man, we go to the next frame and then we're talking a totally different game. But unfortunately, it worked out the way it worked out for him. And, well, fortunately for Blake, it worked out perfectly for him. All you have to do was make those two balls, and he got a chance at it. Closes out the match. 2025 Manitoba Provincial Snooker Champion. All right, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back streaming again sometime soon. I got a lot of different things going on, but I'm trying to get a pool tournament going, a really nice one. I just got to talk to the owners about the location still. But we'll have that soon, and that's going to be a really, really good competitive event. I'm promising you right now. You're not going to want to miss that one, man. All right, and yeah, that's going to be it for now. So let's go out like we usually do. Good job, man. I knew you were going to get it. Good shooting, man. Really good. Yeah. So that was the last shot there. We'll go to the pool wisdom, or today I guess it'll be the snooker wisdom. So the more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. That means get out there, work on your game until you know how to play your best game, man. And, you know, at first you're going to want to learn the skills and the knowledge, but eventually you want to learn the mentality side of things. So that's where the experience comes in. That's where, like, playing against better players, playing in big events, all that stuff, like, it is really going to help you develop your game after you get the skills behind it. But the skills is a process, and you can't just go up there and, you know, run some balls and, you know, learn that way. I mean, you could have fun that way, but to learn, you have to break it down to individuals and figure out the things that you need to do to make your game better. There's something you don't understand, ask somebody you know, right? There's always going to be a player that's going to want to help you, man. And if they don't want to help you for free, well, you know, if it's going to cost you a little bit of money just to get some good lessons from a good player, it's going to be worth it in the long run, because they're going to open your eyes to something that you didn't know before, or something that you never knew was possible. Whatever the case, they're going to help your game out. So don't be shy. Get your game up there. But make sure you put the time in, all right? Just because you pay for a lesson doesn't make you a champion. You got to get on the table and put the time in. It's the only way to grow into a champion, man. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this stream today, and that's going to be it for now. Honestly, I had a really good time. I'm glad that I came out here to cover this event. Some really great competition, man. I'm not looking forward to tearing down my equipment for another hour and then going home, but, you know, I am enjoying this, and it was a really good competitive event. Congratulations once again to both players, Blake Martel on the championship win, and to Don CHOMISKI for a great runner-up, man. Great chance. He was right there. He was so close. One more frame, I'm telling you, man, it would have been a totally different match. There was a good chance I might have gone to the last frame. You just never know. All I know, though, is that he was engaged. He was ready to go, man. And honestly, that pink, that's going to be a shot he's going to think about all night tonight. But you can't take away from the effort that you put in, Don. It's a really good effort throughout this event. Message me at CSLManitoba@gmail.com if you got an event that you want me to come out to cover, or if you have an event that's coming up and you just want to advertise it, let me know, man. I'll share the word out there, you know. Give me the poster, give me the details, including the date, how much it costs, what time it starts, that kind of stuff, and I'll get the people going to you, man. I'll put it on my stream. Support each other, you know. You guys like my stream, so I know you guys support me. I'll support you too. If you got a YouTube channel that you want to, you know, maybe get some subscriptions on, I can help you on that too. Just make a comment on the stream. Let me know what your YouTube channel is, and I'll go over there, check it out, and I'll subscribe to your YouTube channel. You know, it's the only thing we can do for each other to scratch each other's back along the way, right? Eventually, we're all going to make it as long as we keep trying. Anyways, that's going to be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can. You got to find me under Rod Arriagada, then space, then Q Sports Live, one word, then space, then Manitoba. So I know it's complicated. I got to change it eventually, but not right now. You want to find me on YouTube? Well, I already said that, but I'll say it again. Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. Find me on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. They erase everything on Facebook now after 30 days. So, you know, YouTube, you're still rocking it. 1080p, and you don't erase our content. Man, can you believe that? Social media is just not the same anymore, I tell you. We got to demand more out of Facebook. Now I'm going to get banned because I said that. All right. Well, if I don't get to see you guys on Facebook again, it's because I got banned. Damn you, Mark, and your community standards that make no sense. Anyways, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a great time. We'll see you guys at the tables next time, whenever that may be. I'll go and check out the comments real quick, see if anybody said bye or anything like that, you know. You suck, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of comments on Facebook or on YouTube. Great match. Congratulations, Blake, says Kelvin Vincent. Great job, Rod, says Pete Robertson. Thank you, sir. And Kelvin says great job as well. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. And on YouTube, we got John Kyogi says, I think that's how you say your name, probably wrong. Kyog, maybe that's what it is. Haven't been to Bourbon in some time, 15 years. Just wondering, does Danny still own the place? Yes, he does. And then he says, I remember Blake when he was just up and coming, playing more 9-ball. That's when he owned pizza place. Oh, yeah, that was a little while ago, man. He had a really good thing going with that pizza place. He said, I'm old. Bourbon used to be called Las Vegas. Yeah, we all remember that, man. And he says, I wonder if Red still plays. He was back in the days the top dog for snooker. Red is still playing, but I haven't seen him a little while. He says, bro used to work at Triple B's back in the days. My buddy owned it, Chad. Yeah, I used to work back there. Back in the day, too. Says Barry McLean and Felix Bird. Yeah, all those guys, man. Well, Barry still plays. Felix, I haven't seen him in a little while, but he was playing last year still. I know he's dealing with some health issues, as you know, we all do as we get older. When I was hanging out, it was Eric Horbison was Rising Star, then Jason Platt, and Blake was right there too. You're right, I remember those days. And I used to say, like, man, I can't believe Blake threw away his pool career to play snooker, man. And now I look at it and it's like, man, if it wasn't for Blake, I mean, he's lighting up the fire here, getting people going. There's a lot of great competition. He's invested himself into this game, and he's getting the rewards because of it, man. Another championship belt under his belt. He says, wonder if bro, you see Scott. Remember him? Skinny, ginger hair. He had a hot sister. I don't know, man. Hot sister doesn't make us Scott. Oh, Scott Giuseppe. Scott Giuseppe, that's my bro. Yeah, he's still around, but he's not doing I don't think he's doing the bar thing no more. He had a baby a couple of years ago, man. He had a baby a couple of years ago, and I think he's all like tied up, family thing, you know how that goes. He says, yeah, we see each other. Well, remember me, bro? It's been so long. I added you too, maybe over close to 20 years. Used to be at Triple B's all the time. Yeah, I'm around. Right on, man. I'll accept that friend request. You said it right, bro. Right on, man. We'll see you guys. Uzepski, yeah. That's my bro, man. Love that guy. I haven't seen him in a while, though. All right, so that's it for tonight, guys, and that's why I like taking a little bit of time at the end. You know, get to interact a little bit and catch up with people. It's really nice, man. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Congratulations to both players again. We'll see you guys at tables next time. It should be soon, and it'll be a great time. I promise. Have a good night, everyone. Enjoy your Monday holiday if it's a holiday for you. For us here, it's Victoria Day. If you're not from Canada, well, sorry. Get anything to say, right? I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and add me on Facebook. Don't follow me, though. I don't like stalkers. Unless you follow me throwing money at me, then I'm okay with that. All right? See you guys later. Have a good night. Cheers.